My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC Qatar kite card. Oh, God. We're after it. I've been traveling today. The UFC Qatar fight card, giving you our picks, predictions, bets, and DraftKings Fantasy Plays. But before we jump into this card on the special Wednesday edition of the show, can I ask you to go back in time and watch the vlog? Is it too late? UFC 322 was an interesting vlog because we had a viewer send in a letter, and that letter included a recipe that hadn't been done before. And we made the food. We ate the food. We watched the fights. We reacted to the fights. Check out the UFC 322 Fight Foods vlog. Very different content than we normally do, but please, for the love of shit, watch it. It's a lot of time and effort to make those things. Here is the address if you want to send a recipe. That might be the new cool thing to do. Send recipes. I think I'm totally cool with that. It's the Fight Foods vlog. I used to have to text Jacob and Casey and Bo and be like, what do you guys want me to make? And then make food. Now, if you people are sending me recipes, that's great. I'll make that food and then we'll rate it. So did you watch the vlog at all, Jacob? Probably not.
Fuck no, I ain't watched that stupid ass shit. What the hell?
Asshole. Very supportive. Well, anyway, somebody mailed in a recipe. I cooked it, and then we happened to have a party to go to, and I took that food to the party. We pulled people. It was absolutely fantastic.
How far
food
do you
was
think
good.
You could throw a football?
I just had this contest with my neighbor, and I fucking hummed that thing to the end of my cul-de-sac. From like the second line pass, I launched that.
That's like 30 yards.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It was a mini football. I don't know if mini footballs go farther or. Oh my God. Come over for 323.
Launched a mini football 30 yards.
That's not 30 yards. There's
5
yards.
I've been there. I know what it is.
There's 5 houses on this side of the street.
Bullshit!
No, there's 5 houses.
No,
and I
there's
started
fucking
at the stop
3.
Sign. I'm gonna
10,
ask
10,
the neighbor.
10.
I'm asking the neighbor. It's not 3, it's 5. Hold on.
I'm fucking 70, 80.
You think you throw it farther in a straight up contest?
Then you? I could double you. I guarantee I can throw a football twice as far as you can throw a football. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm a fucking athlete.
All right. Then next time, come over for UFC 323.
I'm never coming over again.
Yeah, okay. Come over for UFC 323
Look at this
and
arm
we'll watch the
action,
football.
Angelo.
It's great. That's great.
Let me see your arm action.
You know what's so funny? I was about to be like, give me the ball.
No,
I was about to be like, give me the ball here. Bah! Yeah.
What is this?
I don't have a ball in my hand.
Yeah, you don't throw a ball like this. You fucking flip that thing, man. You fucking flip that thing.
I got big man hands.
What is this?
Here's a real throw.
This thing's going to be in the air like this.
Here, we're going to do it with my eye drops. Here. Okay? We're going this direction. Here, I'll go this way. I just broke the wall. I threw that so good. That was a nice throw. Here's the address if you guys want to send something for the Fight Foods vlog. A letter, a product, a recipe. P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas, 75078. I'm going to need those eye drops in about 2 minutes. And here's the upcoming fights. The year's winding down, but we are far from done in 2025. We still have UFC 323. We still have a fantastic fight night with Brandon Royval, Manel Kopp, and we still have this fight card, UFC 323. I've already broken it down. I've got all the picks. I've got everything going. Sunday, the early predictions for 323 will drop, so make sure you are liked, subscribed, and you're ready for that. There's a lot of fights left, which means there's a lot of bets left, which means there's a lot of tools to look at, which also means we are close to the UFC Paramount deal. So go to the website, wewantpicks.com. For $10, you can unlock every pick, every bet, every tool. It's $10. I cannot emphasize enough how much you get for such a low amount of money. $10. There's people charging 10 times that amount, and it's just a list of bets. The neighbor said we threw that probably 40 yards. And he knows what he's talking about. Are you laughing that it wasn't 40 or 40?
A mini football for you should be able to throw a mini football 80, 90 yards. The hell are
They're
we
not
doing?
as heavy. They're not as heavy.
Oh my god.
They're not as heavy.
Oh, God.
We will do next time Jacob's over. We will
I'm never
film it.
coming back over.
I wouldn't either if we were. He said it was a child-sized ball, though. Yeah, it's a little kid ball. They don't go as far. See? All right. Anyway, go to the website, sign up. A, it's a way to support the boys. B, it is by far the greatest offer in this space has ever seen. C, it's $10 for an entire month. There are people charging 10 times that amount with no tools, no insight. Just here's a list of some bets that might make sense. And am I doing letters or numbers? D. It's a well done website. Check it out. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. You will get everything on the screen you will get right now. And luckily for you, the tools are built out for the future. You want to get ahead of your tape study? You want to get ahead of your research, the data, the insight? Built for the future. 2026 cards will be fully loaded once those are announced. Couple of super chat. Yes, I'd love to hear it. Oh, Ford.
We are sponsored by Ford. Go get your F-150s. Winter's coming up. You got to get that all-wheel drive. You got to get that four-wheel drive. Don't be afraid to go electric. I know a lot of people are afraid to go electric. You know, the winter, how's the battery hold up? You love electric? Is that what you said?
I would get, well, two things.
Do you like electric cars? You can be honest.
Yeah, they're fast as
homosexual.
Shit.
He's a homosexual. Homosexual.
Have you ever driven one? They're so fast.
I drive a fucking manual, Angelo.
It's not even American.
You will never catch me fucking flat dead. You will never catch me flat dead with a goddamn. I'm sitting there fucking.
First of all,
a manual since I was fucking 16 years old, little boy.
You and I both know I can drive stick because I've driven your car stick very, very well. You were impressed. Don't pretend now. Second of all, electric cars are so fast, dude.
Dude, the gimmick is so, it's like, oh, cool.
It's not a gimmick.
It's like, oh, there's no lag. Like, it's like, you do it a couple times, like, wow, there's nothing like, when I get on the fucking tollway and I fucking drop this thing in a fourth or third gear and I go, wow. That is something you can't. That is something you can't replicate. Is a fucking downshift and a fucking. Oh my god!
I enjoyed driving your last car. I like driving stick. Man. My first ever car was stick. I can drive stick.
You're a homosexual.
I could not do stick every day. What I would do if you said, Angelo, you could have an extra vehicle for like whatever you want. I actually wouldn't go the speed route. I would get one of those jacked up Broncos with like all the shit on it, and I would get it manual. That's what I would do. That'd just be a fun whip around. How fast do you actually go?
That's a random thing to get a manual. What's the point of having that as a manual?
Why would people get Wranglers manual? Same shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. What is the? I mean, that's if you're getting it just to get it, like out of principle. But
I like driving
a manual for a car is like for like a car. Like wow. Getting like a Bronco, getting a manual. It's like. That is fun. Like
it's a whip
that is car. Like the definition of walking back and trying to walk back into the closet. I'm gonna get a Bronco making a manual. You're already out. You can't go back in. The door is shut, Angelo. The door is shut.
Broncos aren't gay.
What?
No. Broncos. Vote in the chat, dude. The Jack.
Type a 3 in the chat if a fucking
sport, the ones with
these
like
new Broncos. Oh, look at these new. Every Bronco I've ever seen is driven by a female. That's like Wranglers now. My first car was a Wrangler. Wranglers now is a girl's car.
But the new Broncos, the jacked up ones with the Sasquatch edition with the giant wheels, those are awesome.
Yeah, it's called overcompensating.
All right, we got a couple super chat. Diaz Auto Detailing. He knows a thing or two about cars. Angelo, you were in my town, Santa Barbara. How was it? I had never been to Santa Barbara. I was there last week for work. This week I was in Cleveland.
You were in California?
Last week. Not the
Oh my god. You were in Santa Barbara? Drag show?
What's crazy about Santa Barbara, it's the opposite of Cleveland. To experience both of those things within a 4-day window, pretty crazy. Santa Barbara, you have the straight up ocean, and then 300 yards that direction, mountains. Like it's crazy to be sandwiched between those two. Santa Barbara was cool.
What's the gayest thing you did in Santa Barbara, would you say? Any like weird drinks?
I did one of these. I did one of these with a local fancy wine. I did this, and then I sipped
How with
it.
the legs?
I didn't know what I was doing, so I just spun it around.
The reason why you do that is to look at the
to
legs.
see the. Well, you open it up, and then you see the. I didn't look at the legs. Yeah, I didn't look at them.
You're not even.
I don't know what I'm. This is.
You're
wine.
not even
I'm
a good
drinking,
gay.
This is wine. I drink wine out of an old Taco Bueno
You're
cup.
not even like a fancy gay. You're just like a sloppy gay.
A bear. I think they call us bears.
Oh my god.
$1.99 from Taymon the Bailey. Join for $10 if you're serious about bets. First of all, Taymon, thank you for the super chat. Second of all,
can I be honest real quick? And this is going to be a little bit racist, but I think it's going to be okay.
Is that an AI picture?
Yeah,
you're very good looking in that picture.
That name with that picture looks like the most AI thing, which I think
that's a picture. That's the picture that comes with a frame. It's too good of a smile. It's too good of a backdrop.
Like the pre.
Yeah, it's too good of a picture. If that's really what you look like, congratulations on life, because I imagine things are going pretty well.
And Taymon is a great name. I've never heard that name.
It's a fantastic fucking name.
I'm gonna name my son Taymon.
It's different enough that there's not another one, but it's not like overcomplicated for no reason. Like I hated Angelo growing up. Hated it. I was the only, even in the Northeast, I was the only Angelo because I didn't grow up in New York. I grew up in Connecticut, like a nice town. So I was the only Angelo. To this day, I don't think there's another Angelo in that town. So I hated it growing up, but now I like it because it's common enough. People have heard it, and I'm the only Angelo 99% of people know. So I like it. David Rios, $1.99.
Tell us more about you.
Okay. So I grew up with immigrant parents. I used to get hit a lot, straight up belt, the buckle part. My mother used to schedule the beatings. So if we acted up in the mall, she'd be like, when we get home, you go to your room. I'm going to put dinner on. I'm going to come in your room and I'm going to hit you both. And then she would just be chilled the rest of the mall trip. And we would be on our best behavior. We wouldn't say fucking shit. We would hope that she would forget. And then we were good.
You
we
want to
get
hear
in the car.
A mall story that makes me real racist?
No.
Well, I was a kid.
On,
so
on the day that Guru's getting canceled? No, thank you.
I was a kid, so I think it's fine.
It's not.
Okay.
A Midwest kid? It's not. I mean, if you really want to say it, it's your story, not mine.
No, cool. I'm not afraid to tell stuff like that because I know I'm not racist. Trust me, there's nobody that loves black people more than me, probably.
Well,
culture
David
appropriation,
Rios,
is that what they call it? That was me growing up. There's no doubt about that.
I saw Culture Vulture, which is funny.
Culture Vulture, yeah, that was definitely me.
That $1.99 said nothing beats David Rios said nothing beats the sound of a Hellcat. I've never actually heard one. I've seen them and they're sick, and then like you see them fully loaded, like in the front, and they get up to like $100,000. But I've never actually heard them start it.
V8s are a lot different than the V6s for sure.
Well, I just like even with I just drive an SUV, and I would drive Tiffany's car, which was electric and it was super fast and it was a ton of fun. Then I get in the SUV. It's big, it's heavy, it's a little slower, but you can hear like, and you can feel it a little bit. It's like, that is nice.
Oh my God, Angelo, I've driven it. Nothing that you just said is factual. I've driven it.
That's bullshit, and you know it. You can hear and feel it.
I've driven it. I was on.
I know you
was on the interstate to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah. Speaking of just a flaming homosexual attitude from Angelo,
Passenger princess.
And there's nothing wrong with. I mean, everyone's a little gay sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just simply going around somebody on the fucking interstate doing like 90 or something. The speed limit's like 75 or 80. I'm doing like 90. I'm going around somebody. Angelo's doing the girl, like grabbing the shit, like it's looking at me like, oh, like audibly going, oh, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like literally grabbing you. Oh. Remember when we were like squeezing in on that fucking, when that semi, like in the construction, you were like, oh.
Well, here's
relax, dude. Jesus.
I am a passenger princess because I don't want to have to pay attention. I don't want to have to pay attention. But I'm also a bit of a control freak. So that combination can get weird when somebody else is driving your car at 95 miles an hour.
You were in my car, never driven a stick before, and I'm just chilling, dude. You were on the tollway.
Because you were drunk. That's why I was driving your car.
I'm fucking just chilling, dude.
That's why I was
let go and let God.
Can you see this bruise? Can you see the green in the bruise?
Let go and let God. What are we doing now?
I fell on my work trip. Just like tipped over, fell, bang, hit my elbow. Now it's all green and bruised like an old man.
And who else is going to fall?
What?
Marek Bougie in the first fight of the night. Here we go. Let's get to it.
All right. It's right after this one. Guys,
oh, God.
Next week is Thanksgiving in America. Check out, if you give a shit about combat sports, you train it all.
Next week is Thanksgiving?
Isn't that crazy? We're doing our Thanksgiving on Sunday. You want to come over?
Oh, no. Fuck no. I'm not fucking.
Yeah, well.
I don't celebrate the. It's pardon me for
the
not
assassination of
the
slaughtering of.
Here's some blankets.
Tiff's
now
Indian.
everyone's dead.
She celebrates. She's Indian. Not enough for us to get a casino, but enough that I could say she's Indian. Check out Hayabusa.
Is that your Super Bowl? Is that your? That's got to be like your top.
Christmas Eve is my Super Bowl. Thanksgiving's right there. I don't like turkey. Nah, you're not going to make a face. Most people don't like turkey. You're not the cool kid here. Most people do not like turkey. That's a straight up. And I'm not talking sandwich turkey. Sandwich turkey is fine. Most people do not like giant ass holiday turkey. Most people. I'm 100% correct. Honestly, guys, don't. Thank you. Busy says it because people are going to comment that I'm wrong because people like you more than me, which is fucking so stupid. Turkey sucks. And thank you. Thank you. The comments.
Yeah, you're not cooking it right. By the way,
no,
have you had fried turkey?
Yeah, it's good. You know what turkey? It's very good. You know what turkey is unbelievable? The only turkey I genuinely like. One of my customers put me onto this at work. The Popeyes turkey. Do you know they make turkey just for the holidays? It's already cooked. It's fried. The Cajun seasoning.
Yeah, fried turkey.
Yeah, you buy it frozen.
Incredible.
You buy it frozen. You just have to reheat it. It's so good. All right, good.
Turkey
guys,
and gravy is fucking. Turkey and gravy is.
The comments are. You guys are the best. Turkey sucks.
You guys are
I like
so
the ham.
Like
you guys are the best. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
Ham is disgusting.
Popeye's turkey's the best ever. I'm fucking. Today's my day. I have won them over. Now I'm going to send you to WeWantPicks.com/Hayabusa or just the Hayabusa website. If you're looking for gloves for the holidays or shoes or rash guards, if you watched UFC BJJ, Hayabusa was the sponsor. That was all their gear. They have literally some of the best gloves I have ever, and I'm by no means a professional boxer.
Choke.
The best gloves I've ever used. And straight up, the best no-gi shorts. That's not debatable. I do the mid-thigh ones because I like a little flexibility in the legs. I have shorts.
Just real quick. Is this a picture from like their website, or is this some homoerotic?
It's their website.
This is like
they emailed.
Hey, let's get that nipple out. That's what they said before they took this picture. Hey, get that nipple out.
It was part of the Black Friday. It's like a GIF, and I just used the slice of it. I had to make this whole graphic, actually. Good for me. If you use WWP promo code, you'll get 10% off. We get a couple bucks, obviously, but you'll get 10% off. Hayabusa is genuinely, if you train. If you don't train, whatever.
So I think I've seen this video.
Isn't that the guy? Isn't he a plumber?
Look at his face. Is like,
isn't that guy? Didn't he change the
dude? His
toner?
face about to get choked out. It looks like. Maybe too soon. I don't know. It looks like fucking Isaac Dolgarian. Where he's just like, oh, here we go. Like, it's about to happen.
All right. Ditloff for Sense says, I like Jacob more than Angelo thumbnails catfish.
Thank you.
That's Australian money. That's not even worth anything. For the win, $1.99. Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy. All right, let's go ahead.
What was that? Don't ever. I will sue the Everlaugh. I will fucking make sure that your fucking kids can never afford anything in their entire lives. I will sue the absolute fucking piss.
They will both be taller than you by fifth grade. So I would watch how you talk to them.
They might be taller, but they ain't going to have no money. Every dollar that they make for the rest of their lives will come to me if you ever say that again.
Opening up the UFC Qatar fight card, we have Marek Bujlo taking on Denzel Freeman. Marek Bujlo undefeated.
That looks like
6-0.
you.
There's much better pictures of him, but I purposely picked this one because I was like, I need to put this guy in perspective for everybody that's picking him. If you go to Tapology has obviously all the fights listed. And then if you click on the fight itself, you can go down and you can see the general public, how they're voting on that fight. 75% of the people have picked Marek Bujlo to win.
It's moved now.
I have moved, well, because people saw the odds.
60-40.
I break down fight cards. Like I have UFC 323 done. It's done. I have all my picks. I have everything ready to go. There are only 2 bets available. Odds are not available for that entire card. So I broke it down.
They're
blind.
all available.
323.
Yeah.
Well, as of what? Like an hour ago? I did the shit 2 days ago. There were no odds anyway.
You to lie. You lie about your
I swear to God.
sexuality. You lie about the odds.
Here,
You lie about the hairline. You lie about the diabetes. Tell them about how you lost your foot over the weekend.
I have both feet, and if I have to put them on camera, I will. UFC 323. These just dropped, dude. These just fucking dropped. I broke down that entire card just like I did this one with no odds whatsoever. So after I did the
Tyro
breakdown,
Moreno being a pick'em is very interesting, by the way.
What?
Tatsuro Tyro and Brandon Moreno is a pick'em.
Oh, yeah, that is I picked Brandon, and I was pretty confident about it, too. You're picking Tatsuro Taira in that? Well, that's why it's a pick'em. We just answered why is it a pick'em. We just saw Alex Perez beat him. All right, we're breaking down this fight. 75% of people, before odds existed, picked Marek Bujlo. And I was so shocked by that. He's taking on Denzel Freeman, 6-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Marek Bujlo is a high-level BJJ practitioner. That's his thing. He's a big boy grappler. You're not going to see him shoot a lot of takedowns, but you will see him just push you against a cage, try to drag you to the ground. He's a better grappler than 90% of heavyweights out there. He's not a good striker at all. But on the ground, he will – Marek. On the ground, he will seamlessly transition from striking to grappling to submissions. What?
Against who?
Regional tape that I watched. That's against who?
Bums.
He's taking on Denzel Freeman, a good old-fashioned American wrestler. He's a fun heavyweight, and it takes a lot of tape study to realize this guy's actually a wrestler because he's knocking people out. He's throwing heavy. He is not afraid to strike. And then you take a closer look at those takedowns. You're like, was that a lateral drop? Did this guy just Jap Whizzer? He is throwing.
He did what
people.
now?
A Jap Whizzer is a shoulder throw. Jap is in Japanese whizzer. It's a shoulder throw. That's the official name of it. I'm not making this shit up. He Jap Wizard people against the
Regional
cage.
Asians.
He's lateral dropping people. He's shooting real takedowns. He's head kicking, knocking people out. He's bombing away. He is a very good fighter. He is good everywhere. And I did the tape study. I broke it all down, and I picked Denzel Freeman. I was like, this is crazy. This guy is big. He's strong. He's athletic. He's fast. He's got great takedowns. He's got fantastic striking. How the hell did I don't have odds at this point. How the hell did 75% of people voting pick Marek Bujlo? And I don't know. So I'm very confident in Denzel Freeman, but I had to wait. These odds came out, 3 days ago, 2 days ago? Plus 160 he opened. That was the 75% of the people set the line. Then the rest. Back. What's back?
Ooh, you got excited.
I didn't hear what you said.
We'll save it.
Then normal people showed up, bet the line. He's now minus 195. I think Denzel Freeman wins this fight. He's the better striker. He's got the better wrestling, and he can use that to get takedowns or defend takedowns. Obviously, the jiu-jitsu can be a problem, but Marek's, we just watched a heavyweight grappler a couple weeks ago, and he got fucking smoked immediately. Denzel Freeman's the pick. Yeah. Correct. What competition? Pretty sure that guy works at Home Depot. Yeah. Look at this.
That's
so
better ones.
I'm picking Denzel Freeman.
Yeah, I like Denzel here. This guy Marek he wants to do the jiu-jitsu thing. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He just kind of slowly closes the distance into a body lock, and from there, he basically, with these guys that he's fighting, those were his last 4 opponents, by the way. I think I only showed 3, but if you want to look at his last 4 opponents, he just basically gets into a body lock and then just kind of leans and tries like a little trip or something, and these guys just are like have no idea what the hell they're doing, and they go to the ground. He ends up in mount out, and that's how he's been winning his fights. This guy, Denzel, early on in his career, hasn't had great competition. As an amateur, fought that Eblon guy, or Eblon, and whatever the fuck his name is, to a decision. That was a long time ago. I don't give a fuck. He just finished Steven Stegall, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, that we just watched on the
dude
Contender
from
Series.
The submarine that fought off the bad guys.
Fucking, you know, the fucking with all this stuff that just got the he just won the Contender Series and got a contract. He just became the LFA heavyweight champion. Denzel is a guy that was all-state as a high school wrestler, national qualifier in college, is a former Marine, is a Olympic qualifier for Greco-Roman wrestling.
That's the throws. Yeah.
That's the
jab
body lock
wizard, the
throws.
lateral.
That's all that type of throws. He's got okay striking, good enough striking, or should have good enough striking. These guys should come in together. It should be, boom, they stick together, get into a body lock situation, and if Denzel is half of what he should be, it should just be a nice fucking throw, a nice this, a nice that. He's on top, and once he gets on top, he really rains down some terror on this guy, on these type of people. So I actually like that he has other wrestling as well, not just the Greco, because you know the Greco-Roman in MMA isn't like the best type of situation. But if these guys are just big heavyweights and they're in a body lock, well, if this guy's get double underhooks, this guy Marek or whatever should go for a fucking ride. So I like Denzel here. Obviously, it's heavyweights. It's debutantes. It's across the world. Anything can happen. What is so funny?
We've debated that before. I think it's debutants. Debutante
It's
is like
a debutante.
It's a debutante.
We had this argument, and I was right.
I don't think. I think it was debutant. Debutante is not. What is a debutante? Come on, Google AI. A debutante from French is a young woman.
Debutante.
Okay, a debutante. I
A
know that's
person
word.
making a first appearance in a career or in a fashionable society.
Debutante.
Shut the fuck up. Shut
Google
the
AI
fuck up.
says a
Shut the
debutante
fuck up.
is a young woman, typically from an aristocrat or upper class family who has reached maturity
Shut it down.
and is formally introduced to society.
Dictionary definition, Oxford Dictionary, Oxford language, debutante, a person making a first appearance in a career.
Debutante.
You stupid bitch. Denzel should be fine here, in my opinion. I'm betting him. If it's the first fight and we're losing the fight, you know, it is what he should not lose this fight, in my opinion. But, you know, obviously crazier things have happened. I bet him, and it just is what it is, I guess. So,
agreed. No, agreed. Denzel should win. This is a fight I was like desperately waiting for the odds to come out. You guys heard my breakdown on Sunday, long before the odds came out. I got a Discord notification being like, hey, I see him. He's available at plus 120. I ran to bet online. He was already minus 150. And now he's minus 195. And honestly, all these odds make sense. Denzel Freeman, my pick, Jacob's pick, $8,600 in DraftKings Fantasy. It's hard to tell because Marek is undefeated, so it's not. We haven't seen him lose just yet. But Denzel Freeman should be able to have his way with him. I'll probably have him in my lineup. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, we have a tool called the Line Movement Tracker
He's a
that will
Marine.
show you these odds. There we
for
go.
my fellow serviceman.
There you go. Yeah, no, that's not stolen valor at all. WeWantPicks.com.
Listen,
Click
I
become
can't
a
help
member.
that people thank me for my service. I can't help that. I can't help that. People
is
pray
true.
for you for your diabetes. People thank me for my service. We can't help either once. That's a great analogy.
I'm not a diabetic.
Okay,
I'm
and
shockingly
I'm not
healthy
a service
for a
person, but if people think I am, then I can't help that.
WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's freaking $10.
You're
every
welcome,
pick, every
Busy.
bet, every tool. 323 is coming up in a couple of weeks. Don't miss out. Next up, at UFC Qatar, we have Nicolas Dalby taking on a UFC debutante, Saygid Izagakhmaev, in what should be a pretty straightforward fight. The fact that this is the second fight of the night should tell you everything you need to know. We got Nicolas Dalby at 23-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on an unfortunate 2-fight skid, taking on Saygid Izagakhmaev, 22-2 in his career, 5-0. That was a good joke. Jacob, what happened when the man went to a seafood dance party?
Say it again.
What happened when the man went to a seafood dance party?
That shrimp dick bitch got.
He pulled a muscle. All right. Saygid Izagakhmaev is, you look at him and you're going to make some assumptions. All beard, no stash. This guy can wrestle. While that is a true statement, you would be remiss if you didn't also note that he can strike as well. He's got very powerful striking. He's fast. He's clean. There is a beard. There is no mustache. So there is explosive wrestling in there as well. He likes to walk forward. He is methodical with his pressure. I want to call it calm pressure. He walks you down. He doesn't run you down. He doesn't charge you down. He just slowly, everything he's doing, he's just moving forward while he's doing it, and you're backing up without even realizing it. He's going to blast the low kicks. He'll look for openings. He'll throw a straight right. The wrestling is effective. He's got incredible control and damage if he ends up on top. Take it on Nicolas Dalby, the weirdo breathing techniques. This guy's been around for 100 years. He stays
Weirdo
mobile.
breeding.
Breathe the thing.
You ever watch Hills Have Eyes and see how they get after it?
No, there's a sex scene in Hills Have Eyes.
The second one, I think. The second one gets pretty.
There's like
you know how like those type of movies they have. Like the second one's always got to get a little bit more wild. There's a pretty wild scene in the fucking second one.
I'm not a big horror movie fan. I did watch that.
I'm not a big horror movie fan.
No, I did. Did I? Yikes! I did watch that one that you hated. That was I actually liked, with the girl that you say sounds like Tiffany.
Oh fucking! This movie sucked, man. Yeah, I'm not
Sirens or Warnings or something. Anyway,
yeah, now I'm justified. If Angela liked it, then I know.
Rotten Tomatoes liked it as well. Anyway, for fuck's sake, Nicolas Dalby has the weird breathing technique. He has been around for 1,000,000 years. He's got fantastic cardio, a decent amount of power. He just dropped Randy Brown before he got knocked out. He is a little bit hittable. He averages about 1 takedown per fight, but he does have a very low 27% takedown accuracy when he needs to. Striking is okay. Grappling is okay. He is ridiculously tough, though. But he's starting to age out, and he's officially turned the corner. He is now at the part of his career where the UFC says, I'm done with you. I'm going to use you to build up the next generation. I'm going to use you to get smoked so we can try to build some other superstar, and that's exactly what we have here. A young Russian. He's got power. He's got wrestling. This should be a showcase fight. So, unfortunately for Nick Dalby, who is tough, who is durable, who could kind of make this a competitive fight, Saygid should absolutely run through him here. I think he'll be the better striker. I think he'll be the better wrestler. And as long as he doesn't fade, which he might, but as long as he doesn't fade and he doesn't give Nicolas Dalby the opening, bless you, he should win here. But Nicolas Dalby, let's remember, he tied up that fight with Rinat Fakhretdinov after losing the first 2 rounds because he had cardio, he was still going. And he beat the Bonfim brother because he had cardio and he was still going. So Saygid is the pick. I think he dominates here, but if he's got a sliver of a cardio issue, this could get weird. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I really, this definitely is one of those fights where I want to bet Saygid. I'm going to call him Saygid because
I called him Side Gig in my quick picks.
Cool, bro. I'm going to call him Saygid. And you said what now, bitch? You want to speak up when he talks to me? Hey, look me in the fucking eye when you say it, too.
Okay. I said, I hope your internet cuts out.
Oh, little short joke there. Real funny. I like Saygid, and I would really want to, and I think for the live stream, because we will be live streaming, the streams are back on Saturday, we're definitely going to load up on this guy, first, second round, something like that, has the striking, has the wrestling, dialed in, but as Thomas Rinker said in the chat, there is a pause for concern. Guy hasn't fought MMA in 3 years. 3 years! We don't know what the fuck this guy's going to show up. We don't know if he's going to come in and be in, press things. If he comes in and just shoots 1,000,000 takedowns, as Angelo said, this guy Nicolas Dalby has weathered storms before. I know he's got good hands as well. I'm hoping that he kind of takes his time, mixing the wrestling, then he can kind of dominate that. But if he comes in just shooting takedowns and just shoots boom, 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 and then Dalby is like all of a sudden defending these, and then he's like, and Dalby doing his thing, we might have Saygid.
Saygid. Nice. Jesus
We might have Saygid here doing a little fade in the second or third round, but I don't really see it. I mean, Nicolas Dalby just turned 41 years old. Eventually, Father Time just kind of catches up on you. I tried to warn Angelo about that with Angela Hill, but
I thought she won that second round. So did a judge. But continue, sorry.
Oh God. But yeah, I'm going Saygid.
Yeah, I mean, we're both on the same side. The literal only concern for me is maybe if there's a cardio issue. Nicolas Dalby has proven over and over and over that he is a durable guy. You're not just going to get him out of there with raw talent. You're going to have to dog it out a little bit. He did just get finished, though. In his last fight, his nose was smashed to smithereens. He did get finished. I think he's turned that corner.
He was eating some shit before he got finished.
He was eating shit, and he landed shit. He dropped Randy Brown. But I do think Saygid should be good enough here to get it done because he can strike and wrestle. The Renat Fakhrizadinov fight, that dude can't strike for shit. He can only wrestle.
Saygid, I mean, 3 years ago he could strike. We don't know what the fuck he's been doing.
I mean, I have to assume he's better. That's the assumption I've been under. I mean, it was earlier this year. I forget the name, but I think it was Saudi Arabia, an early card this year. We had a very similar situation where they scooped up a really highly touted local prospect who hadn't fought in years, made his UFC debut because he was a local guy, and he fucking looked unbelievable. So we're going with that. $9,300, though, that's going to be a little tricky because Nicolas Dalby, outside of his last fight, has proven to be pretty durable. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, go to wewantpicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We have a lot of fights left this year. You can get all sorts of data, insight, information, and tools that will do the work for you, not just for this card, but UFC 323 and 2026 cards as well, once those officially get announced.
Everyone that is liking that donation right now is getting fucking banned. What the hell is that? Never forget you look like Ed Sheeran if he only wrote love songs about his sister.
Fucking white trash Ed Sheeran. That makes sense.
White trash? He's fucking Irish. He's like English or something.
You're a white trash Ed Sheeran. You're writing love songs about your sister. Fucking not even a double wide. Original with Jacob.
One of the craziest nights of my life was spent inside of a double wide trailer.
A double wide trailer actually is like a house.
They're nice. Yeah, they can be nice.
They're legit. They're
a lot of my
when you're
friends in high school
inside, you don't know it's a trailer. It's a full ass house.
Well, if you
walk
around, you can kind of
the wheels. There's a lift.
Well, you can hear somebody walking from the other side of the. I mean, the floor is pretty.
But they're shockingly large. Thank you for the super chat. Two comments I need to highlight here. Jacob, do you also hate Ecuadorians like Angelo? You commented this on a Bad Takes video, and you commented with incorrect facts. I
dated an Ecuadorian from Quito.
There you go. He commented that I picked against Michael Morales in his last 3 fights. I have picked Michael Morales to win in every single fight except his last fight. I constantly have been picking Michael Morales.
Being so defensive is kind of a telltale sign of hating
he
somebody.
Said the only pick you got correct was one time you picked Chito Vera. I picked Chito, dumb, lazy, refused to fight ass in his last fight, and he blew it. Chito blew it in his last fight. I've been picking Ecuadorians like crazy. So there's a weird narrative. My buddy Francis, who drives...
God. I can't hate Ecuadorians. I've got an Ecuadorian friend. Here we go. Say it.
Yeah, he's the best. And Ecuadorian food. Glorias. Have you had Glorias? With the bean dip?
I don't hate Ecuadorians. I've got an Ecuadorian friend and I love their food. It's crazy.
How could you can't hate people if you love their food? And Ecuadorians make chimichurri sauce. That is my favorite. Chimichurri is my favorite. This Ecuadorian narrative is wild. There's all sorts of races that I'm not a fan of. It's not Ecuadorians.
Now say that again.
It's Italian. I can't stand the Italians. Yelling all the time, loud as shit for no reason. Moondog 504. Are those Kanye West hats you have on? No, it's Young LA, man. YLA, Young LA.
Let's fake FaceTime that one black friend again, Angelo. We would love to.
No, he didn't answer last time, so I'm going to be batting fucking 0. Nobody's going to believe it. Jacob, what do you call a pig that is not having fun?
What are we doing?
What do you call a pig that is not having fun?
Angelo every Tuesday or Wednesday whenever we're doing these breakdowns.
A boar. A boar. B-O-A-R. Boar. Next up.
Was this like playing like you had these queued up? Like after every breakdown, you're gonna have some dumbass joke.
My daughter left a bunch of these on the table, so some of them were pretty good.
Yeah, I would teach my kids to clean up, but
okay. Come over and tell the little one to clean up, and she'll hiss at you, and she'll probably scratch you. She'll fuck you up, honestly. She'd fuck you up.
I would drive my knee so far through her fucking face, she would be unrecognizable, laying in her fucking vegetative state for the rest of her life. Okay? If she ever tried to put a finger on me.
I think the little one likes you more.
I know the stand your ground laws, and I think they're pretty universal. She puts a finger on me, and I'll fucking...
Boom. Your Honor, she's tall as hell. I didn't know how old she was. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have Nurullo Aliev taking on, we're going to call him Shem Rock. His official name is Shaqueme. The name that he goes by everywhere else is Shem. Nurullo Aliev, 10-0, undefeated, 5-0 in his career with 8 decisions, taking on Shem Rock, 12-1 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5, making his UFC debut. This is an interesting matchup here because they're both grapplers. You might look at Shem Rock and look at the flag and look at where he's fought and just make an assumption that he's a striker. He's not. He's a grappler. But we'll start on the Nurullo Aliev side. He's a dominant wrestler. He's been competing his entire life. People love to compare him to Khabib. That's like something that gets thrown out there all the time. It is somewhat similar in that...
He looks like him. That's why they say it.
I mean, he does look like him, but he's Tajikistani.
Whoa.
He's a Tajik.
Whoa.
He will shoot the takedowns, and what he does that's especially dominant is the control. You're not standing up on him. If he gets a takedown, you're staying down, which is why his per fight or per 15-minute takedown average is not very high, but he's got dominant control. He does have some forward pressure. He will walk down. He'll stay in your face. He'll throw some strikes. He's light on his feet. He'll jump around, but it's all just a dog and pony show to get to the hips to shoot a takedown. Once he takes you down, he's not dangerous. He's just looking to keep you there. Jacob and I just watched him fight in January where he beat Joe Selecki with 2 takedowns in 8 minutes of control. He's taking on Shem Rock, a long, lean grappler. He does a really good job transitioning from the wrestling to the jiu-jitsu, where Nurullo will shoot a takedown, get you to the ground, keep the base wide, elbows in. Shem will shoot a takedown halfway down to the ground, is going to wrap his arm around your waist, wrap the other one around your back, try to climb, try to find something, try to predict where you're going to land so he can jump into a submission.
Reach around.
He's always looking for a submission, even halfway through a takedown. This is absolutely wrestler versus grappler. Good old-fashioned wrestling versus jiu-jitsu nerdery. I'm picking the wrestler. I think Nurullo Aliev is certainly well-versed enough to not get caught in some random submission. He's certainly a good enough wrestler to not get taken down. I think he's going to win this fight. I do suspect this being a pretty boring fight. Over 2.5 is probably as close to a lock as you're going to get without it being a couple of ladies. Shem's a hype prospect. Shem probably has a decent future. This is just a dog shit matchup for him. He's a good grappler, and he's fighting a better grappler with better wrestling. Nurullo Aliev is the pick. What do you think, Jacoby?
I think that's a breakdown.
Boom. You got to say something, otherwise the video's too short.
Oh. So, me and Angelo were at the Nurullo. What is so funny?
Oh, I thought you were going to just... No, you're right. And I started laughing before you were going to say we were at the fights. I was waiting for some ridiculous story about me and you somewhere.
No. You said we were at the fights, so yeah, we were
yeah.
at the fights when he was fighting Joe Selecki, and I've never seen somebody get literally kicked out and banned from the hospitality section of the Apex we were at. But Angelo, I mean, it was like what was it, 4 or 5? I mean, it was like 6 plates, and we were there 13, 14 minutes. This guy's on plate 5 or 6, and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And that guy had to basically sit on his fucking hands until the main card because they flipped the food over at the main card. But, I mean, Am I wrong? We're there 15, 16 minutes. You're on plate 3 or 4. You're on beanies.
Show me the sign that said. Show me the
shrimp.
sign that said 2 plates of shrimp per person. Show me that sign. If there's a sign, there's a sign.
No, it's a common courtesy that the shrimp. Nobody had shrimp.
The courtesy
you
was
had all the shrimp.
The courtesy was a $1,500 ticket.
Let me ask you a question.
I got $500 worth of fights and $1,000 worth of shrimp.
Thanksgiving next week. Okay. Thanksgiving next week. Okay. Let me lay out a scenario for you and see where your head is at on this one. Okay. You go to a Thanksgiving thing. Let's say there's 10 people there. There is a tray of 12 deviled eggs. Your first trip through, how many deviled eggs are you taking?
How many people are there?
There's 10 people. There's 12 deviled eggs total.
10
how
people includes children?
I would say yes.
All right, I'll take 2 deviled eggs.
And you took fucking 45 shrimp. It adds up. You take 1 deviled egg, you wait to see what's going on, then you come back and grab 2 or 3. Not everyone's taking deviled eggs, but it's about respect.
Yeah, I mean, if there's 12 and there's only 10 people, 6 of whom are adults, I'm taking 2. Taking 2. I know Tiff doesn't eat them, so I have hers. Just like when you go to a wedding.
I just wanted some shrimp.
Just like when you go to a wedding and they pass hors d'oeuvres.
You had 2 plates of only shrimp, and I'm like, can I get? And you were like a fucking.
It's free over there. Why are you taking off my plate?
All the shrimp was on your plates.
You don't watch Friends, but this is a Joey doesn't share food moment. Get your own. Get your own. Who do you think wins this fight, though? We didn't get there yet.
There was a little bit of concern at the end of that fight. Joe Selecki got a takedown straight to full mount. But I think that was more of like, Aliev knew the fight was almost over. The takedown happened. He stayed safe. Is what it is. Joe Selecki is a guy that is very comfortable on the ground, very comfortable off his back, was trying to throw up the triangles or whatever. Got Aliev in kind of these half-assed triangles at times, and you could see the poise of Aliev in those exchanges. He wasn't panicking at all. He's like, all right, fucking just gas your legs. I don't give a fuck, gas your legs out. Because as you said, he's very comfortable of just, if he's on top, he doesn't give a fuck what you're doing. He's just going to stay on top. Okay, do your fucking little jiu-jitsu thing. Okay, I'm out of it. Now I'm scoring again. And I think that's how this fight probably goes. As Shaq is on his back, trying to do jiu-jitsu stuff, and Aliev does have just crazy, crazy control. So I like Aliev here. Obviously, crazy things can happen, but we were worried a little bit with Aliev in his last fight. Layoff. Dangerous guy on the ground. Joe Selecki
threw some stuff up, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, and it was like, oh yeah, he fucking controlled it. He was fine, so he should be fine here. Like he said, Shaq could be a guy in the future, but it's a bad match. Aliev's gonna be a bad matchup for a lot of people at 145.
And the UFC will cut him the second he loses because he's boring as shit. He's a Tajik Grant Dawson. That's the best way to describe him.
Grant gets finishes.
He only finished. What's his name? And he's not tough anymore. Rafa Garcia. That's his only finish. Literally. He's a Tajik Grant Dawson. Great. I mean, I'm fucking slaying with that. That was a great analogy. It's also insane that this dude goes by Shem instead of Shaq. Why wouldn't you go by Shaq? What a world. $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. The reality is he will get takedowns. He will get control. Control is your friend in DraftKings Fantasy, but takedowns are your better friend. It's 5 points per takedown. So if Shem could stand up and then he could take him back down, that would be outstanding. That's probably not going to happen. I don't think I spend the $9,200 despite being very confident in a Nurullo Aliev win. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, go to WeWantPicks.com. At the top, there's a button that says Become a Member. You click that, you instantly have access to the world's greatest tool set for winning. No. The world's greatest tool set for placing. Heading into fight weekend. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Did you ask if I like trains?
Yeah.
One of us is autistic, and it's not me, so no. Jacob, why are batteries bad?
Not playing these stupid fucking games anymore, okay? We got people that are tuned in for fights. People are tuned in for the breakdowns. People are tuned in for professionalism. People that probably have turned away from a guy like MMA Guru because he's been saying some wild stuff. Maybe they're turning to something a little bit more professional. And that's where I like to be at, Angelo. So you can save your fucking nonsense.
You just
can
asked
save
me.
all your fucking, excuse me, sir. You can save all your fucking bullshit jokes and your fucking fun and happy and all. Let's fucking, ooh, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, ass, titties, all this stuff. Ooh, ball sack, ooh, hairy, ooh, boosie gooch. That's not me. I'm trying to dial it in. Let's move on to the next breakdown, please.
Who said boozy gooch? And the punchline is they're free of charge. We got a couple of super chatterinos. 349 New Zealand from I dig that. Ange isn't racist at all. Tiff's boyfriend is black. I need to read these before I pin them on the screen. Thank you. $2 super chat. Jacob is MMA sniper from Crips Keeper. It's not. You don't snipe with a shotgun. There you go. There's your sniper.
No, that's
there he is.
That's the 50 cal hammer bringing.
Oh, the bolt action.
I shoulder that shit. A lot of people are laying on the ground with it. Hell no.
Just sent flying backwards. Gucci Gill with the 499. Jacob, how we feeling after the JDM robbery? Oh, it's a troll job. Dude clearly won 3 rounds. Reminds you of your fight with Ange. People starting to have real questions. Okay, all right.
Gucci Gill, I appreciate you recognizing that, and I appreciate you again bringing up the fact that I did beat Angelo in that fight. And I will say, and I mentioned it on Twitter, and I think if you guys look at the stats, if you guys see what I see, JDM quite literally outstruck Islam in the first round. Quite literally outstruck Islam in the 5th round. So now it comes down to, okay, you got controlled a little bit in the 2nd round. You got controlled a little bit in the 4th round. So it comes down to the 3rd round. The strikes in the 3rd round was 11 to Islam, 9 to JDM. But if you remember that exchange in the 3rd round where Islam kind of has him a little bit in that Muay Thai clinch, JDM is
that was
rips the fucking body. And I think those were the most damaging shots of that round. So now you have a situation here where JDM is outstriking him in the 1st round, outstriking him in the 5th round, doing more damage with the same amount of strikes in the 3rd round. I'm looking at that fight, and I think history is going to be on my side in this one. Once people start rewatching that fight, once people start understanding the fight game and how fights play out, once people start really assessing fights and not just hugging and control, they're going to side with me. And JDM, in my opinion, won 3 rounds, and I thought he won that fight.
You sound like a Vegas judge. That's very possible. $1.99 from Moises E. Pasquale. We need Jacob on a bad takes episode.
I would make Josh Thompson fucking cry.
I can't have you two together because you'll just gang up on me is what'll happen.
I would make that little dude cry.
You might be taller than Josh. You should show up. Yeah, might. That's a might. That's not a guarantee. That's a might. That is a might. All of a sudden, Jacob comes over for fight nights and strategically stands nowhere near Bo. Josh is over. You're just like standing right next to him the whole time. There you go. Good joke. But whatever. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have Ryan Loder taking on Ismail Naurdiev. Ryan Loder, 7-2 in his career.
Ismail.
3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that knockout loss to Azamat Bakoyev, taking on Ismail Naurdiev. 24-8 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. Coming off that decision loss to Jun Young Park. Ryan Loder, good old-fashioned Division I American wrestler. He is the ultimate fighter champion. He's a cautious wrestler. Everything we just said in the last fight kind of applies here. He'll get a takedown. He'll chill with control. He's not looking to finish. He's not going to Donkey Kong rain down strikes. He'll get takedowns and he'll chill. On the feet, there is some power. But it's just looping overhand power to set up those takedowns. He'll rush forward, shoot a real takedown, get you to the ground, and chill. He was just knocked out by Asmat. He's taking on Ismail Naurdiev. What was it?
I mean, just fucking read it.
Naurdiev. This guy's Naurdiev. It's Dev is how it. Diev would be.
Diaz, is it?
Diaz, is it?
What is
Get your butt naked ass on the ground.
What?
Ishmael. No, that's in the movie too. I'm not just telling you.
But he doesn't say anything about butt naked ass on the ground. I promise you that.
100%. I will bet my fucking life that in the hotel room scene where he's practicing being a cop, he's like, get your butt naked ass on the ground. Oh, it's stinking. It's stinking. I have never been more sure of anything in my life.
Can we just break down fights or what? I mean, what is going on?
This was you again. Naurdiev is a solid striker, solid grappler. He is aggressive. He comes forward. He's a solid kickboxer as well. He does a lot of different things. The problem is he seems to struggle to put it all together. He can strike. He can grapple. There's not a lot of instances where he's striking and then seamlessly flowing into the grappling and then back to the striking. It is one or the other. He also bounces between weight classes. He's a featherweight. He's a middleweight. He has more success at middleweight, but he's also a bit undersized. He did just lose a decision to Junyun Park where he had 2 points, 2 points taken away from an illegal knee. And this is what makes this a tricky fight to break down because I don't think Ryan Loder is very good. He obviously won the Ultimate Fighter with one single skill set, and that was wrestling. I don't think he's UFC level. I don't think the Robert Valentine that he beat to become the Ultimate Fighter was UFC level, but I'm also not convinced that Naurdiev is also UFC level. So we have a couple of guys that are up to no good. They started making trouble in their neighborhood. I thought that was solid too. You guys are fucking tough. A fucking tough crowd here. Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm going to pick Naurdiev here because I think he's the better overall fighter. I think he can make it a little ugly, a little gritty. I think he'll throw an illegal knee if he needs to. Ryan Loder has one single path to victory. Maybe he gets it. Maybe he doesn't. I'm going to be on the Naurdiev fight or the Naurdiev side. I'm not betting shit in this fight. I'm leaving this alone. I'm staying far, far away. What do you think, Jacob?
I like this fight. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight. And I will say that if Ryan Loder can survive the fire, because there's a fire. We're firemen. There's a fire. We're firemen. We're about to fight. You know that Teddy Atlas fucking motivational whatever. This guy, Ismail, he's going to come forward. He's going to throw the shit. He's a confident guy. He's got a lot of first-round finishes. He's going to come in. He's going to throw the shit. And I don't like the way that Ryan Loder will... He's a little bit too willing in the striking. That's what got him in trouble in that last fight versus Azmat, whatever the fuck his name is. He just got in his face, and instead of, hey, I'm a wrestler, maybe level change, maybe stall out, maybe grab the guy, he kind of just backed up against the fence, kind of chin in the air a little bit. It was just like, fuck it, let's go. And he held his own, honestly. I mean, he was eating. I mean, that was like a TKO. It wasn't really like a one-punch knockout. I mean, he was eating some shit. He was throwing back. He had some head movement in there. But if he's in there against Ismail, I think it's going to be the same type of outcome. If Ismail comes in with the pressure striking and Ryan Loder's like back against the fence and tries to just kind of brawl out of those situations, we could have a repeat situation. But if he comes in, is able to maybe shoot a takedown early and try to wrestle this guy, or if he's able to slow down Ismail. We've seen Ismail, because he is so aggressive in the first round, start to slow down as fight goes on. And against a guy like Ryan Loder, you do not want that to have happen. If this is one of those, I think this is a great bet or a great fight to live bet. If this gets out of the first round and Ryan Loder isn't beat to shit, and let's say it was an Ismail round, because Ismail's got wrestling too. Maybe he's able to get a takedown. I don't know why he would try to wrestle, but, I last week I said, Tracy would be fucking stupid to wrestle.
She won the first round.
I mean, what are we doing? Who coaches these people? Who is fucking, what do you do? Tracy just looking good. Look, comes in and is like, I'm going to shoot a takedown. No! What the fuck? I literally said she'd be fucking retarded. Why the fuck would you even shoot a takedown? Same thing here. Ismail should just box his head off. But if this fight gets out of the first round and we have an Ismail situation where he was looking good with his hands, and all of a sudden he's minus 250 going in that second round. Live stream Saturday, we might be putting a little bit, we might put a little sprinkle on Ryan Loder. I think this is a first-round finish for Ismail. If it gets out, we could see a Ryan Loder finish in the second or the third, because he is going to get some takedowns, and if he is on this guy, he could absolutely fucking bury him. So I'm taking Ismail. I'll be honest, I played first-round KO because I think he's going to get in this guy's face, and I don't like how Ryan is willing to exchange. But like I said, this could be a live bet situation. We could get some good value on Ryan Lower going in the second and third if he can make it there. I'm going Ismail, but it's not like a money line. I'm just getting a little greedy first round. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, Ryan Loder in the Azmat fight was perfectly fine with his back against the cage swinging away. It's like, that's not the dude to do that.
That's what I said.
And then he got knocked out. So I hear you.
Just repeated what I said.
Yeah, I was reaffirming. I was repeating. I was mansplaining.
But you were like, acted like you came up with that.
No, I literally said, yeah. I said, yeah, I agreed with you, and then repeated
because
what you
when
said.
I repeat what you say, I say, like Angelo mentioned, and then I give you credit.
No, we'll keep an eye on that. No, we'll keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah, because I always do that, yeah.
All right, great.
We'll
find out.
Aliev, I literally just said that was the entire breakdown. Nice job, Angelo. I'm getting credit on my end.
Honestly, this is a little bit of an argument. What happens when you have an argument with a 90-degree angle?
DC Toves with the 5 spot says, what's up, guys?
Right.
I appreciate all the hard work y'all do for the people like me who don't really have the time to do the research myself. Shout out from Guam. What? Oh, from Guam.
From.
Shout out from Guam. Shout out from Guam. We love Guam. Angela fucking hates Guam, but
no,
we love Guam.
You know, it's the when we do a Monday show, I'm locked in. A Tuesday show, normal night, locked in. Once we get past Tuesday, I'm just Big Ange having a good time talking about fights.
Because you're fucking.
I'm just Big Ange having a good time talking about fights.
Once Angelo gets past fucking Monday night, he is drunk until fucking Friday. Sobers up for Saturday. Then fucking gets plowed Saturday night into Sunday.
I've been up since 3 a.m. local time. Local time.
How much masturbating have you done in the last 2 weeks?
Put anybody in a hotel room by themselves. Anybody. You're going to coat the walls. We both picked Ismail. I know for a fact Bet Sam's on the other side. I know for a fact.
You know, anytime you're in a hotel room, there's a Bible 15 feet from you. Pick it up, open it up, take a glance, read a few lines.
Those pages might be stuck together. Ryan Loder, Bet Sam is on the other side. He does have a small bet on Ryan Loder. You can check out all the bets, not just that bet, but all the bets. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. At the top, you will unlock every pick, every bet, every tool for an entire month, which will include UFC 323. We have a $5 super chat from Enema. Why don't elephants go to the beach? Because their trunks always fall to the ground. Get it? Swim trunks. Nice, Enema. That's a solid one. I'm going to have to remember that one. And the punchline to this one, if you didn't hear it about the right angle, 90-degree angle, it's because they're always right. We're just slapping, dude. These are great jokes. You know what else is great? The bonus that we offer if you use our affiliate links. If you go to this URL on the screen and you use it, you sign up, you make a deposit, they're going to pay us a little bit of commission, right? A one-time commission payment. And then we're going to slice off some of that money and whoop, give it right back to you. It's a win triangle.
And everyone always, by the way, everyone always asks me on my live streams, Jay, what is this? What side do you bet? What is this? It's Bet Online. If you want to do it with me on Saturday for the live streams, you can use this link and do it with me.
Yeah, we use Bet Online because they have.
I don't see this bet, or I don't see this, or these. I don't have these live odds or whatever. So if you guys want to actually follow along one-on-one with me for my Saturday live streams, and you haven't had Bet Online, I mean, that's something to consider. It will give you some money for it.
100% agree. And we live in Texas, so it's an interesting dynamic where certain states sports betting is perfectly legalized and regulated. So you have DraftKings and FanDuel. And then there's other states where it's not locally regulated, but the offshore books are still allowed. It's the same concept as when you go on a cruise ship, and as soon as you hit international waters, As soon as you hit international waters, the
Maritime
casino opens, you have at it. It's the exact same concept. It's legal, but it's not regulated. The difference is regulated, for example.
Cruise?
I did. That was great. I didn't remember that real life, so I never saw the news about it, but the documentary was, I watched it on an airplane, so it's just a solid plane watch.
Just get him off the boat, man.
It is disgusting. Like, figure this out. There's poop everywhere, and people were fucking in the
like
poop.
Just fucking let them jump in the water and have some boats sitting there.
Yeah, the boat, it's not moving. Yeah.
I mean,
clean up in the water.
Life checks. I mean, just fucking.
Yeah.
You're in the Caribbean. It's not ice cold water. You're in the fucking Caribbean. Just fucking have them jump off and swim to have a bunch of life boats just show up, and I'm sure people would volunteer to go out there and fucking pick people up. And
I mean, they could have. It would have been a nice little. You're right. Instead, they were plunging shit.
I literally would just put on a life jacket, jump overboard, and be like, "Well, they gotta get me. They're not gonna leave me."
That's true.
If somebody is gonna come get me, so.
There was that crazy story just recently, like 2 weeks ago, about the mom that put her daughter on a Disney cruise in one of those giant circles that she thought was a window because it looks like it would be a window, like with glass. She put her kid there to take a picture. The kid fell backwards, and the dad, fucking Michael Phelps, through the hole, jumped in there and treaded water for like 36 minutes with broken ribs and a dislocated shoulder holding his kid. It's like true hero shit. Well, it's just true hero shit. Like,
treading water isn't that hard.
And the craziest part about it is they interviewed him. He was like, I didn't think I was going to live. Like, I jumped in there on instincts. And when we were in that water, it was just, this kid's not going to be alone. It was crazy. Good for that guy. Next up.
Definitely something you wouldn't do. You'd be like, oh, somebody help my baby. My baby's in the water.
Can I swim with a shirt on? Next up at UFC Qatar, we have Bekzat Almakhan taking on Aleksandre Topuria. This is the closest fight on the card. Odd-wise, this is also a fight that the odds have bounced back and forth. As of this moment, Aleksandre is the underdog. Yesterday, or even like 7 hours ago, he was the favorite. This line just continues.
Oh my God,
basically,
it's plus 100 right now.
Really? I did these graphics 2 hours ago. That's crazy. So odds are all over the place. They're jumping up. They're going down. And you can see here that Aleksandre Topuria opened up as a 2-1 favorite just to become an underdog shortly after that. And now the odds are sort of bouncing around. They're still about even, though. Bekzat Almakhan, 12-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off his first UFC win, taking on Aleksandre Topuria, 6-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding that 4-fight win streak, but that has taken place over many years. Bekzat Almakhan, very good fighter. He's a tight, dangerous striker, great offensive wrestling. He's smooth on his feet. He fires away in the pocket. As soon as his opponents are comfortable and like, all right, we're striking, bang, there's a takedown. On the ground, he has not outstanding jiu-jitsu, but he's constantly moving, constantly doing something, and he has no shortage of cardio whatsoever. He's a dangerous guy with 14 knockouts, the most recent of which was over Brad Katana just a few months back, taking on Aleksandre Topuria. He is Ilia Topuria's brother, and while they're not on the same level, they do have a similar fight style. He comes forward. He's got nice, clean boxing. He has high-level Greco-Roman wrestling. Everything he throws is with intent. That's sort of the difference, where Ilia Topuria is a little cleaner, a little faster. Aleksandre Topuria is putting a little more behind it, but it's obviously working for him because he is finding finishes. He is getting things done. He has no problem getting into a firefight. He is willing to engage. He fights with a chip on his shoulder, and he just beat a short notice Kobe Thickness. The deductive reasoning skills that I've seen a lot of people use are Bekzat has a whole bunch of knockouts. Aleksandre Topuria's only loss is by knockout. He's going to knock him out. The problem with that logic is, yes, Aleksandre Topuria was knocked out by a knockout 10 years ago. And not an exaggerate, literal 10 years ago, up in weight. So now we have reinvigorated. His brother's the world champion. He's training. He's been more active in the last 6 months than he has been in the last 6 years. So we kind of got to throw that whole, this guy's dangerous, out the window. He did absolutely buzz Umar Nurmagomedov. He only landed 3 significant strikes in that entire fight, and one of them dropped Umar. I'm going to pick Aleksandre here, though. I picked him as a dog. I'm going to stick with him as a dog, and we're talking basically even money here. I think the opening odds were probably a little wide, but those are closer than what it should be now. This should not be even. I think Aleksandre Topuria is the better fighter. Bekzat's faster, for sure. But Aleksandre Topuria is the better wrestler. He's got dog in him. He's got more power. He's got a little more grit. I like the Greco wrestling. Topuria is the pick. And if you also think he wins, and jump on him when he's about even money. It's not often you get odds like this on a fight that you're pretty confident in. What do you think, Jacob?
I posed the question on Twitter, and I'm serious about this too, because if you watch the regional tape, and by the way, I mean his last 3 opponents that older Ilya has faced are 11-28 on the regional scene before Colby Thickness, and then you watch that Colby Thickness fight, knowing what you now know about Colby Thickness and his extreme striking prowess. I mean, that guy
he's a dog, though.
That guy can't strike for fucking shit.
But he's a dog.
That guy can't strike for fucking shit. If you watched Topuria's regional tape against the bums that he's fighting, and then you watch the Colby Thickness tape, and his last name wasn't Topuria, how would you feel about him going into this fight? I think it's a real question, because I watched that Colby fight, and at the time, I was thinking, oh, wow, this Colby dude is pretty decent. He's like he's undefeated guy or whatever. He's coming in. He's bouncing in and out. You could definitely see. I don't want to take too much away from Topuria, because you can see he's very technical. There's no doubt about that. He's got technical wrestling. His striking, he's very dialed in. Great head movement, all this type of stuff. But there was nothing in that fight where I was like, oh, shit. Oh, man, this guy's fucking, whoa, this guy's good. He didn't have any fucking really control. Obviously, the suplex, that was the one. The suplex was cool. I'll give him fucking credit.
Yeah.
The suplex was cool, but he didn't have, I mean, Colby was shooting bullshit takedowns, and Topuria was like kind of circling around to the back, but didn't really have any control until Colby slowed down short notice in that 3rd round. That's when he started having his control and stuff like that. So I think the wrestling is a little bit overrated. If you can't control a guy like Colby, it's like, I don't know. The striking, some of the strikes that Colby was able to just kind of snipe in there with his fucking like bouncy in and out striking. It's like if Bekzat's landing those shots, that guy's getting put to fucking sleep. I'm just saying there was nothing in that fight that fucking blew me away. Super technical guy. I get that he's Ilya's brother. He didn't seem like he had any real pop to his shots. His wrestling didn't seem overly dominant. Even when he had a gassed, tired guy in the 3rd round, he didn't really put him in any danger in any sort of capacity. And now you've got this guy, Bekzat, who's got fucking lightning in his hands that, people think that this guy Topuria is going to come in and take him down and just hold him down. It's like, I mean, maybe it's possible. But my biggest point here is that if this dude's last name wasn't Topuria and he took that fucking regional record, that KO loss, and that okay performance against a guy that doesn't really know how to strike when he's supposed to be Ilia Topuria's fucking brother, if you took his last name away, I think he's plus 150, plus 200 in this matchup. I think stylistically, this is a bad matchup for him. Now, if he gets a takedown and gets control, it is what it is. He's supposed to have that wrestling, but I haven't bet it. These odds keep moving. They're looking real enticing for Bekzat. That dude's got fucking lightning for his hands, and I just don't know if Aleksandre's got the wrestling control people think he has. I think we're going to find out, because I don't think he's going to strike with this guy. That little fancy, let me just stay in the pocket and move my head is all well and good when you got Colby Thickness in front of you. But these strikes are becoming twice as fast, twice as hard. And if Colby is sneaking some shots in when you're trying to do that slick little head movement, this dude's going to put you clean the fuck out. So it's a dangerous fight for Topuria, and I think that his last name is making him a favorite right now.
I mean, that's not entirely out of the question. Obviously, people do, align with training partners. This guy trained with Khamzat. They align with relatives. This is so-and-so's brother.
I mean, he should have.
I get it.
We just saw Colby, like, he was a dog. But
he was a dog.
Taporia would never touched him, never really hurt. I mean, he hurt him. He did wobble him once or
whatever. But he hadn't fought in like 3 years going into that fight.
No, but that's just fucking like. And maybe, it could have been like he didn't know the opponent real well. He was kind of working himself back in. He definitely is tactical. He's a tactical guy. I'm just saying, I didn't watch that fight, and everyone's like, oh, he's going to smoke this guy. Nothing in that Colby fight tells you that he's going to smoke this guy. So everyone that's saying like, oh, he's a lock bet, though. You're doing that because he's Ilya's brother, not because of what he showed you. Because
Sure,
the regional stuff is fucking nonsense. The regional highlights are against fucking bums, guys.
Yes. At random weight classes, too. Yeah, I don't think he's a lock. I think he wins this fight,
Yeah,
and I
wouldn't
think
say
we're
for
getting
you.
him
I
at...
was just saying, like, most
Yeah,
people are like, oh, yeah, but you gotta easily bet. It's like, God, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I like him at these odds. I think I didn't bet it, so which that shows you my confidence level. I think that he is better than his record. He obviously has more experience than his record, and we're gonna find out. I agree.
Just said Topuria didn't look like any pop in his shoes. Meanwhile, he dropped Cody bad. This dude don't watch fights. Dude, Cody gets dropped. He gets dropped in every fight that he literally. You don't watch fights, you stupid bitch. Dude, Colby Thickness literally gets dropped in like every fight he has. Literally every fight. And he didn't even hurt him that bad. He got dropped a little bit. He fucking recovered. He literally gets dropped like every single fight. You don't watch fights, you stupid fuck.
Get him.
I know Colby. He was my lock of the week. Shut the fuck up.
Get his ass. Here's the thing. There's great odds to be had here. If you're that confident, people are challenging. Angelo, let's bet $1,000. I have Bekzat. I'm not, what kind of fucking dumbass? No, I'm not doing that. If you bet $1,000 on Bekzat, I have no bet here. So I'll get a pick wrong for you to make some money. So good luck. I hope you make your money there. If you are confident in this fight, bet that side because we have an even money fight here. $8,000 in DraftKings Fantasy, $8,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. Whoever wins should score well because I feel like if Topuria wins, we will see the wrestling. We will see the takedowns. If Bekzat wins, we might see that lightning speed and a finish. Either way, you should get your money's worth. Go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We have picks, bets, tools. We have everything you could ever want or need heading into a fight week for freaking $10. You can't even get a good sandwich for $10. WeWantPicks.com. We have 279 Canadian from Big Maple. Rumor Spivak is out and Waldo Cortez is in against Shamil.
Ain't no way Waldo is flying to fucking Qatar on a Wednesday to fight.
Agreed.
I mean, my God, they just came out 29 minutes ago, though. Spivak is out.
Really?
Waldo Cortez Acosta takes the short notice on 3 days.
Is that real?
Somebody just tweeted it. I don't know who this person is.
Yeah, but who? Yeah.
ESPN Deportes. So it's true.
All right, that's true. So when we get to that
God
fight,
damn it, man! I liked my fucking Shamil bets I
had Shamil bets as well. Waldo Cortez could have some success against Shamil. We're gonna have to break that one down on the fly.
Across the world.
Short notice, but he's just such an athlete. Damn. All right. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have Tagir Ulanbekov taking on Kyoji Horiguchi. In what should be a pretty fun fight, Tagir Ulanbekov, 17-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 on a 4-fight win streak. Taking on Kyoji Horiguchi, 34-5 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5, and he is returning to the UFC. You may not realize this. He has been here before. If Kyoji Horiguchi is a new name to you, well, let me catch you up. He is a long-standing 125-pounder. He actually fought Demetrius Johnson for the UFC flyweight title 10 years ago. His official UFC record is 7-1. I thought it was 10-1, but I redid the math. It looked like it was 7-1. But then he left. He went to the regional scene, had mixed success, and now he is heading back. Style-wise, he's fast, he's powerful, he's athletic, he's got good striking. He can do all the things. He's got great footwork. He likes to bounce in and out of range. He can wrestle. Typically, the wrestling is a backup plan, though. He's taking on Tagir Ulanbekov, a large Dagestani who does Dagestani things. He's going to come forward. He's going to wrestle in your face. Nice jab. Right behind that jab is a takedown attempt. 5 of his 6 UFC wins were grapple-heavy wins. 15 takedowns, 2 submissions in the UFC. He is not very athletic. He's not very fast, but he's big, he's strong, and he will stick to a game plan. He is coming off that close win over Azat Maxim where he did not get any takedowns because Azat's scramble skills were absolutely insane, but he still pressured forward. He still had the cage control, and he stayed composed. You will see that as a 30-27 in the scorecards. That wasn't the fight. It was far closer than that. If this was 5 years ago, then I might be like, you know what? Kyoji Horiguchi is decent here. But at this age, with this amount of experience in a bad way, I'm not saying experience in a good way in this instance, Kyoji's a little too small, a little too old, I think
He's
Tagir
35 years old.
At 125 pounds, 35 is 55. And I'm not even talking old in like walk the earth years. In fight years, he's 160. This guy has been through some shit.
Tagir's 34.
That's why I clarified. I'm talking fight years. I think Tagir Ulanbekov walks forward, slows the pace, drags him to the ground, holds him against the cage. I think Tagir wins a decision that is closer than what the scorecards say in a country that is very sympathetic to the Russians. So I think Tagir wins this fight, and I'm fairly confident in that as well. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, this feels like such a wild, close, weird fight because Horiguchi is a guy that just kind of just dances and dances and dances and dances. He's a hard guy to score on. And then if he wants to shoot a takedown, we've seen Tagir get out-wrestled before. Obviously, if you take a shot, he's going to be hunting that neck. He's a dangerous guy with those front chokes. If you get him on the ground, dangerous fucking butterfly sweeps and all this stuff. So he's a hard guy to take down, dangerous guy to take down. And once you get him down, he's a hard guy to keep down, and he will sweep you and end up on top. So this feels like, if you're Horiguchi, it feels like it's just to win this fight, you dance, 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 you point, 30 seconds left in the round, you shoot your takedown, you score your takedown, you win the round, and then you get out of there with your win. I think there's a path to victory doing something like that, so I'm staying away from this. But Tagir is a guy that can push. He's going to be coming forward. He's a longer guy, those teep kicks, the long striking, and as I already mentioned with the wrestling, the submission attempts and all this type of stuff. So I can see why Tagir is the favorite against this guy, but Horiguchi's fucking good, and he was good while he was at the. He's not a failed UFC prospect.
Oh no, not at all.
He was good for the UFC. He left. He was good. He's back. He's still good. He's at a great camp, good team. So, you know, I'm just for the respect and the love of the game, I'm staying away from this one because I think it's got fucking barn burner split decision written all over it. Because I mean, fading Horiguchi seems like a bad idea to me, but God bless you, Angelo, for doing it.
I'm definitely fading him. Horiguchi is good. I'm not. We're not pretending that he sucks here. Horiguchi is good. I'm just going to lean with the larger guy that has a knack to slow the pace and get people to do what he wants to do. So I'm on the Tagir side. Jacob is on the Horiguchi side. If you need a tiebreaker, we've got tiebreakers. Go to WeWantPicks.com. We have an artificial intelligence that can break the tie.
You think Horiguchi loses to Tim Elliott?
Yes. Kaya Sakura just did. Who is like
terrible.
Except he was the champion in the organization that
and Kai
Horiguchi
beat
couldn't
Horiguchi.
become the champion in.
Oh, and Kai beat Horiguchi.
Fucking dope. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. You got tiebreakers. You got artificial intelligence. You got tools. You got picks. You got bets. You got everything you could ever want or need. But before we move on to the next fight, there was a fire. Jacob, did you hear about that circus fire? It was
reading the card, yeah.
It was intense.
Yeah, I don't support circuses because of the way they treat animals, the way they treat their employees and stuff like that. So if you want to be the guy that supports circuses, you want to make fun and light of those type of atmospheres and stuff like that. You want to take your kids and support animal cruelty, employee cruelty, the bearded ladies, the little people, all these people.
Where else would that bearded lady work? Exploited. You want that some big bearded woman making you a sandwich? The circus is the only place she can work.
Put her at the cash register at Starbucks. I'll show up every day.
I'm not drinking that coffee. What if a hair flake fell off? No, thank you, ma'am. No, thank you. Alex Diaz, $4.99. Dan, under 52 strikes. Perez, under 41. Hammer of the week on Underdog. If line changed, I'm sorry. Who's Dan? What fighter is Dan? Let me scroll back. Who's Dan? Is there a Dan on this card?
I mean, yeah, the main event. I don't know.
Oh, Dan Hooker. And Alex Perez under 41. I was going backwards. This is a prediction going forward. Dan under 52 strikes. That's probably about right. If Arman wins, Perez under 41. Actually, that's probably solid bet there. Thank you, Alex Diaz. Next up, At UFC Qatar, we have the biggest favorite on the card, AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev taking on Raffael Cerqueira, minus 1,800. What was Isaac Dogarian when he was the biggest, other than a fraudster? When he was the biggest favorite,
or minus
24, you said?
Yeah, 24, 23, something like that.
I mean, Yakhyaev might get there. I broke down this fight on Sunday, and he was minus 9.
He ain't getting there.
He might, because people are looking at Cerqueira and they're seeing the 11-3.
Oh, the
they're
big
seeing,
Polish guy.
they're seeing that he's getting finished in his fights.
Raffael, the big Polish guy.
We have Georgian. Is that the Georgian? No, that's the Swedish flag. English.
Sweden, yeah, Jesus.
English flag. The Swedish flag's reversed. It's red with the white. Anyway, Raffael Cerqueira, 11-3 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is on that unfortunate losing skid. Taking on AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev, undefeated in his career. He has 6 full-blown stoppages. AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev, the reason he is such a tremendous favorite, he's a solid prospect. This guy can wrestle, he can strike. He's got great takedowns. He'll do body locks. He'll shoot actual shots on the feet. Good power. He throws in combinations. He doesn't just like one little strike at a time. Everything is multiple strikes. He does not have a lot of volume, but he does have good accuracy and a solid chin. If he gets takedowns, he's throwing strikes. He's snatching up submissions. Really well-rounded guy that has a finishing upside. Taking on Raffael Cerqueira, I will start by saying he's better than the odds. He is better than people give him credit for. He's just not winning at this level. He's a guy that has decent striking. He's not in a hurry. He takes his time. He finds his spots. He doesn't really throw super hard. He's trying to stay clean, trying to stay right. He's pretty big at 6'4". He used that size to move forward, try to get you on the back foot. The problem is he just keeps losing. 3 in a row. A decision loss to Julius Walker was the nail in his coffin. He gave up 6 takedowns in that fight. He's better than people say, but he's not good enough to win here. I get the minus 1,800 odds. Yakhyaev should win this fight. I mean, there's no reason to overcomplicate this. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, obviously I'm going to pick AbdulRakhman, but, I don't want to be like too much like devil's advocate here, but I don't think his strike. I mean, AbdulRakhman he's just a grappler. He's a wrestler. He wants to get this fight to the ground. And if he comes in and just is a young kid and was like, oh, I just got this fucking TKO, whatever, the fucking Contender Series, let me come in and get lazy and throw some strikes. This guy, Raffael, knows he's fucking fighting for his job at this point. I mean, he's coming in. He's going to be swinging hot and heavy, and crazier things have happened, and this guy connecting. So I assume that AbdulRakhman is going to come in and duck under the big shot that Raffael throws, get him to the ground, and do his thing on the ground. But if he comes in and fucks around, Raffael knows how to throw a fucking punch at least. He's not clueless, so.
I agree. He's better than people give him credit for. People are like, this guy sucks. In this fight, he is going to look like he sucks. I think he gets – because the thing is, to get taken down as many times as he did in his last fight against a guy that he absolutely should have beaten.
That was kind of the last nail because, like, okay, he's not throwing strikes in the one punch, and then, okay, he's getting knocked out, and then it's like, oh, he's surviving. Oh, he can't grapple.
Yeah. It was Julius Walker was set up for Raffael to win, and it didn't work out that way.
I don't think it was quite like that, but
I think they were like, let's put these two together and see which one belongs here and which one doesn't. And then we found out. And now they're saying, all right, I don't mind him as well. He comes from the PFC, which we'll be going to. Did I tell you January 24th, they'll be back here?
Yeah, I sent you a text that you ignored.
I was on an airplane half the day today.
Yeah, it was like an hour ago. So
I just got off. Raffael Cerqueira, $6,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. I mean, that's got to be
$620. What were you doing at 620? I was eating dinner with the girls.
I was probably making them shower or something.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
I was on the plane. I came home. I had to do the graphics, and then I was Mr. Mom. I mean, it's life, man. It's life.
I tell the fucking bitch wife of yours to get off her fucking ass and do something.
If you could tell her for me, that would be fantastic.
Bring her in here. Put the earpods in.
She won't come here. Can you send it as a voice message? Yeah.
Hey, bitch. Excuse me. Let me redo it. Hey, bitch. You shouldn't talk to you shouldn't encourage that. And you shouldn't talk to women like that, Angelo. That was a test for you, and you failed. You should never, especially let me talk about your wife like that.
You're right. I should have stood up.
Oh my God.
No, you're right. You're right. I should have stood up. You're right. You know what it is? I just trust that she would break your neck. That I was like, it's fine. She could defend herself. But yeah, I should have stood up for her.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was a test. She told me to do that too.
That's why I don't get laid. That right there is why. We figured it out, guys.
That's why.
If you could help me out,
Bible is torn to shit in that hotel room.
ripping
out pages to clean off your balls.
If you guys want to help your boy out, I'm going through it.
How much do you get your balls involved into your?
Zero. There's zero. They don't need to be there. I'm fucking vasectomy too, so they really don't. They do nothing. There's no involvement. They do nothing. They're for show. They're show ponies. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. I promise there will be no balls on the website. But what there will be are tools, picks, bets, and artificial intelligence, 5 different cappers. Everything you could ever want or need heading into a fight week. WeWantPicks.com. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have the featured prelim of the evening. We have Bogdan Grad taking on Luke Riley. Bogdan Grad 15-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that decision loss to Muhammad Naimov, taking on Luke Riley, undefeated, 11-0 in his career, making his UFC debut. Luke Riley is the carbon copy of every other Cage Warrior fighter we have ever seen in the UFC. Fast, athletic striker. He does everything possible to keep fights on the feet. He's got plenty of finishes, does a good job doing damage in the clinch. Takedown defense, it's decent, at least against European wrestlers. It's decent. If he gets taken down, he does a really good job of not panicking. He stays busy. He works back to his feet. Combinations are impressive. He'll work your body. He'll work your head in the exact same exchange. Overall, fun fighter. Probably a pretty good signing in the UFC. Taking on Bogdan Grad. Well-rounded guy. Good striking. The striking is pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy. Nothing crazy. 1s, 2s while moving forward. He doesn't do wild chasing knockouts. He clean, tries to keep it simple. He's got heavy kicks. He'll invest in the legs early to try to slow you down. He will work in some wrestling as well. He'll attempt multiple takedowns. He'll focus on control more than submissions. He is coming off that loss to Muhammad Naimov, where he looked a little small for the weight class, and there was probably a third-round scramble there that ended up losing him that fight. This is a fun matchup. I expect this to be fireworks. This is the featured prelim for a reason. I also expect Bogdan Grad to be shooting takedowns. And if Luke Riley defends the takedowns the way that he did on the regional scene, if Luke Riley works his way up the same way he did in the regional scene, then Luke Riley wins this fight. But if those were frauds and he's defending takedowns against subpar wrestlers, and now he's got Bogdan Grad who doesn't care, he's just going to get in his face, then we have a very different fight here. This is a razor-thin close fight. I am going to pick Luke Riley because all Luke Riley has ever done is defend takedowns and try to keep fights on their feet. And this will be more of the same. As long as the lights aren't too bright for him, as long as the takedowns aren't better than he's seen before, he should win here. But we have seen Harry Hardwick. We have seen these Cage Warrior fighters in the past show up in the UFC and get absolutely smoked. So I'm staying far, far away from here. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, that's a running theme on the Saturday streams is we fucking hate all these Cage Warriors. I've lost so much money with all these fucking, what is that, Jordan guy, the fucking Loner Kavanaugh, the fucking, I mean, just one by one, they just come in. And now that Jordan Vucenic guy came in, gets smoked a bunch, goes back, gets a first-round finish. It's like, there you go. That's the Cage Warriors. like, what are we doing here? Listen, let me start off by saying I respect Luke Riley. That's one of Patty's boys, just like Shamrock. Patty's over there with these guys. Incredible hand speed, really good striker, absolute fucking dog, right? I mean, he's got that very famous fight where he's like getting fucking steamrolled, comes back, wins the fight. Even in his last fight, which is a little precursor here, I believe going into his last fight, he was like a minus 800 favorite. It was set up for him to show up and show out, highlight for Luke Riley. Let's make him our guy because he's definitely like one of the guys for the Cage Warriors now. They want to promote him as he's our guy. When he goes to UFC, we're proud of him. He's a Cage Warriors guy. He was getting fucking, he's getting fucking dominated. He was getting fucking dominated in that fight until that guy literally just got tired and was like, the second that guy got tired, he was like, I'm going to head out. I'm going to head home. I did my thing. I proved why I'm going to head home. There was nothing about that. Luke Riley wasn't working back to his feet. That guy was just dominating Luke Riley, got tired, said, I'm going to head home. Luke Riley was able to get a finish, but that's a big red flag because Bogdan Grad is a guy that can get takedowns, that can get control, that is nasty on top. He does get a little bit too aggressive sometimes. He is a hittable guy. So anybody that's in the comments, anybody that's in this live chat, I'm very well aware. If Luke Riley comes in and this guy Bogdan comes in and chases a knockout or does something and gets fucking flatlined, I will be not surprised in the slightest. I can definitely see that happening. Luke Riley, just nice little 1-2 down the pipe because he just throws a nice fucking 2. Just fucking, every time I tell anybody, just throw a fucking 2 and hit this guy, he throws that fucking 2 down a pipe and just fucking lightning speed. So if he does it to Bogdan and lays him the fuck out, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. But there is such a discrepancy in the grappling department that I cannot ignore that. We've seen Bogdan also be a tough guy before. His Contender Series fight was just an absolute fucking insane. He gets Naimov, he gets clipped a little bit, comes back in that fight. Probably should have won that fight because in that third round, he gets on the back of Naimov and then gets too aggressive, falls off, ends up losing that decision. So I'm going to trust the toughness enough for a guy like Bogdan, as sloppy as he is, to be able to work in the wrestling, the grappling. He seems like he's trying to go to that a little bit more now in the UFC. And I have to imagine, which it worries me a little bit because I saw, an interview where he's like, yeah, I like this Luke Riley guy. I think there's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of elbows. He'll be like, no, dude. No, get the fucking thing. What are we doing? What are we doing? You don't need to put all these fighters like I'm going to put on performance. Nobody gives a fuck. Just get the fucking win, dude. Get the takedowns. Get the control. That is your path to victory. If he wants to wrestle, he can fucking grapple this guy until the end of time. So I can't ignore that. I got to take Bogdan, but I respect the hands of Luke. I get it. But, the grappling is just so extreme, or should be, in this matchup. So,
listen, I don't hate that. I went on the Luke Riley side only because he literally has spent his entire career figuring out how to fight while people are trying to take him down. I think Bogdan Grad
mauled in his last fight.
Listen,
he was clueless, and he was minus 800.
I was forced to watch all the same tape because we have never seen this dude fight before. Somebody was like, you should really watch regional, the cage where I'm not watching regional European MMA. I don't have time like that. I'll watch individual fighters when I have to do this, but I'm not just for the fun of it. Like, oh, is there a Cage Warriors today? Unfortunately, I just don't have that kind of time. This should be a really fun fight. It is a featured fight for a reason. The fact that we have a 2-1 favorite here is actually a bit surprising. This should be far closer.
This feels like definitely a pick-em. Either Bogdan gets the grappling going, he wins, or he gets knocked clean out, and either one is like, you can see both happening.
Plus, he's tough. Like, this should be closer. Even if Luke, I think, should probably be the favorite. He's undefeated, clean, fast, all that thing. But, the opening odds made a lot more sense than the odds we have right now. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool that we have on this fight and the other 13 fights on this card, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. You'll unlock everything you could ever need, not just for this card, but UFC 323, the fight night that closes out the year, and then whoop, all the fights popping up in 2026.
You don't know what mauling means. He was getting held against the cage for a few minutes. Timothy, you've never watched a fight in your life. This is the same guy that said that I don't watch fights. Watch Luke Riley's last fight. Are you fucking stupid? Who is this guy? Get him out of here.
We have a comment here. This guy commented on a different video saying, Angelo, do you know you're a GIF? And I guess, not just in our Discord, in the world, like a GIF that floats around for anybody to use. And I said, send it to me. He said, it's just you getting excited. So send it to me. You can send it to the We Want Picks Facebook or the We Want Picks Instagram. Send me the GIF. I'm curious what the hell it is. Let me know, and I'll check it out. Then we have the Fight Simulator. I keep saying we have tools. It's not just some bullshit tools. This isn't, if you go to WeWantPicks.com, this isn't just some bullshit Patreon. It's not just some list of bets. It's not some $100 email chain where like, just place a new bet. It's an emergency. I can only sign up 2 more people. It's an emergency. You sign up now. No, get the fuck out of here. No scams, no bullshit, no weird marketing tactics, just straight facts. $10 for an entire month. Every pick, every bet, every tool. If you do fantasy, we got you. If you like to gamble, we got you. If you want to do your own research, you don't care about anybody else's picks and bets, we got you. You like to do tape study, we got you. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. Check it out. It is by far, there is nothing remotely fucking close, let alone something 10 times the amount of money. Nothing is remotely close. $10 a month. We have a fight simulator. This simulates fights 100,000 times. This is a tool that was coded from freaking scratch. Coded from scratch. Simulates the fights, gives you the individual outputs. You can use that for fantasy lineups, or you can take those pieces of information and go ahead and place over-unders on strike lines, takedown lines. We have an app. Everything we do is available inside of the app, and you'll get push notifications. Not emails, push notifications through an app. Search We Want Picks in the App Store. We have a data analyzer. This is a tool that lines up every fighter on every card. You select the card you want now or in the future. Do your research ahead of time. You select your fighter. It'll have them lined up with their opponent, every piece of pertinent information you could ever want, and then you can add filters to deep dive that data. We have a line movement tracker. It'll give you opening odds, current odds, win probability, and line movement for every fighter and every card. A prop hunter, a curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets. We have an optimizer. For those of you who play DraftKings or FanDuel Fantasy, this will do all the heavy lifting for you. We even have a beginner mode that if you've never done those things, but it intrigues you because you like fantasy football, fantasy UFC's got to be pretty fun. It is. Use the beginner mode. It'll walk you through how to use these tools. We have a tape index. For those of you who like to do your own research, the tape index has the fights lined up for you.
Do you have your JOI on there yet?
What's a JOI? What is it? Okay. And you'll get all of that for fucking $10. 10 for these cards. And the reason it's 10 is because this is the volume business. I'm a Costco fan. And what Costco does, if you're not from America, is they deliver phenomenal quality at volume at an unbelievable price. And that's exactly what the fuck we're doing here.
Sam's Club hot dog and drink are cheaper than Costco.
And it's a smaller, shittier hot dog.
I had Portillo's last night.
Nice, dude. Every time I drive by it, I'm like, I need to go back. That shit's good. And I just don't.
Good. And that fucking, I'm not really you know me, I'm not really a chocolate cake guy, but I always get a slice of that chocolate cake.
It is good. Have you had the shake? They just take that and they throw it in a blender with ice cream. They call it a milkshake. It's so good.
Not bad.
You just get what's your hot dog order?
What do you think I get on it?
I think just ketchup.
Ketchup mustard.
Yeah. Deli mustard or yellow?
Yellow mustard.
Ugh, I can't do yellow. It grosses me out. I do brown. The spicy mustard. I did try the Chicago dog, which has like a slice of pickle, a tomato. Not that's too much shit. Not for me.
I like just give me a wiener, man.
I get
it. Just give me a nice warm,
yeah,
little sweaty wiener, and I'll
snap,
I'll go to town on it. No, I'll just go to town on it. Yeah, a little firm.
For sure.
I like a little firm. Not too firm.
You'll throw that between
it. I kind of like it when it's not super hard, when it's like in that tweener, when it's getting kind of hard. You give me a nice, kind of hard, warm, sweaty wiener, and I'm going to throw that in my mouth 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and you'll throw it in a pillowy bun. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, throw it in. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I get you. Not me, though. That's not me. What is me, though, is the person who hands out the $50 when you use the affiliate link. If you go to the URL on the screen, you use the affiliate link on the site, you sign up, you make a deposit, they're going to pay us a one-time commission. I'm going to slice off some of that money, give it right back to you, and everybody gets paid. They get a new customer. We get a couple bucks commission. You get a couple bucks. Thank you. Bang, 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 bang.
It's like NVIDIA and OpenAI, and they're all just buying each other's stuff, and it's like,
it's working. Yeah.
NVIDIA had their earnings today, blew it out of the water. The economy is not collapsing yet, ladies and gentlemen. The video did it again. They saved us all. Are you investing yet, Angelo? It's very important.
I'm conservative age.
Well, in the video.
Conservative age. Opening up the UFC Qatar.
We have donations, you stupid bitch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. $9.99 from William Gearing. No comment, just love. I've been a member for a hot minute. Thank you, Billy. William, Will, we appreciate you very, very genuinely very much.
Shorten people's names like that. It's William.
Flacco 420. What would your guys' cycle parlay be this week if you can make one? All right.
Let's do this.
Hold on. Yeah. Nurullo Aliev by decision. You agree with that?
Boring.
But correct. That's what you need for a decision.
Boring.
Yakhyaev to finish Cerqueira, let's say by knockout. Who's our submission? Don't say Jack Hermanson. Armin by submission?
Armin by submission. I'll go Volkan by KO. And I'll go...
You got to go... Nurullo Aliev is the
I'll go Asu by decision.
Asu Almabayev. That's fine. Perez is tough too. All right, there you go. The couple. You got two different cycle parlays. Thank you for the super chat. And then next, Lennon. Jacoby, I have a knife I handmade for Ange, but what do you want? Because I don't know what you're into, my guy. I know what he's into.
Fleshlights.
What? Yeah,
Make me
yeah.
Homemade fleshlight or something.
Put a pillow in a microwave and mail it to Jacob. He'll have the time of his life.
Yeah, can you explain that one to me? Because I don't
You
really
microwave
understand
the pillow, which makes it soft and warm, and then you fuck the microwaved pillow.
How do you fuck a pillow, Angelo?
You just squeeze it together and just fuck it. Like, I don't know. I haven't done it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Microwave. Fine. Send him a microwaved cantaloupe. That would make a little more sense.
I don't know. It seemed like it was oddly specific.
It's funny. It's just been a running joke, for the last 20 years with my friends.
I bet.
Microwave a pillow.
Yeah, I bet. Mm-hmm. I bet.
Is
there do you ask for? Because sometimes when you get hotel rooms,
I
because
fit
you
a
have
pillow in
status
here?
too. Because you have status too. So do you ask for a microwave? Do you ask for stuff like that? Is that what you're doing?
No, dude. I'm the easiest. Like I want the Marriott status so that if I end up at a nice Marriott and I'll get a free upgrade, great. Or if there's the lounge, I'll go there and I'll grab some snacks and some waters. I'm so easy, dude. I'll sleep if it's clean, I'm good. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not trying to eat in the room. Like I do eat in the room, but I Uber the food. So I usually just plow Chinese food under the covers and watch Netflix. That's my hotel move. With the AC on 16 degrees. Negative. Let the pipes freeze. Opening up.
Oh my God! They already have odds for the Shamil Waldo fight on BetOnline.
Well, hold them till we get there.
What do you mean the fight? You don't have a slide for that fight?
Yes, I did. When we're on the regular fucking fight, we'll just talk about Waldo.
Well, I'm not going to hold them. What do you think they are?
They're definitely closer than they were. I would say Shamil's minus 150.
Against Waldo?
Yeah.
It's plus 115.
Who is Shamil?
Mm-hmm. Waldo's
Shamil's the dog?
I mean, Waldo's good, man.
He is good. I've been a huge Waldo fan. I picked against him in his last fight like an idiot.
We're movie stars. We won.
Yeah.
We won that Oscar together.
That is true.
Well, not you. It was me and him. They said that you kind of brought down my performance.
My insight was terrible.
They said I rose above.
Despite
You,
the...
yeah, basically. Yeah. I just watched Nightcrawler.
That's old.
Yeah, I watched it again. I mean, I've seen it before, but I just watched it again, and I do love Jake Gyllenhaal, man. That movie, it just needed a little something extra, but it was still a good movie. Because Jake
just kill somebody and halfway through. I agree.
Excuse me?
You're just waiting for somebody to die or something to happen. Nothing really
Spoilers.
happened.
Yeah, spoilers. Okay.
Opening up the UFC Qatar main card, we have Alex Perez taking on Asu Almabayev. Alex Perez, 25-9 in his career, 1-4 in his last 5 on an unfortunate losing streak. He is coming back after that knee injury and a year off. Taking on Asu Almakhan, 22-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that bounce back win over Jose Ochoa. Alex Perez, better than his recent record. Good striker, fantastic low kicks. Wrestling's okay. He likes to enter the pocket, throw some combinations. He'll finish those exchanges with just a heavy leg kick, and he can really chop down that tree. Takedown defense is solid at 77%. He is coming off that knee injury loss to Tatsuro Taira. If you're lazy and you're doing your research lazy, you're going to see a TKO loss. It was a second round. He won the first round. Alex Perez beat Tatsuro Taira in the first round, objectively, on all 3 judges' scorecards. Second round, Tatsuro Taira's on his back. They're standing. The knee goes the wrong way. Boom, blows his knee out. Fight's over. He got finished, of course, but you get the point I'm trying to make here. It's not like Tatsuro came in here and cracked him in the face. He's taking on Asu Almakhan, flashy striker, dominant grappler. He can control the striking range. He'll work in some spinning attacks. He'll shoot a big takedown. He'll control on top if he gets a takedown. He doesn't really go looking for submissions, but he does a really good job snatching them up in scrambles. He's coming off his own decision win over Jose Ochoa, where he wrestled hard as shit, and he literally kept falling off. I'm going to tell you right now, Asu Almakhan is going to win this fight. He's the pick. But Alex Perez, I made a couple of jokes in the quick picks video that he just continues to have a job. Like he must have a naked picture of Dana White on his phone. Like something's crazy going on here. But genuinely, if you look a little deeper, he's losing to very good fighters. Every single one of those 4 losses is at the time to a top 10 ranked fighter on the planet. And in his last fight, he was winning that before an injury. Alex Perez is good. I don't think he wins this fight, though. I don't think he defends the takedowns. I don't think he gets his hands going. Asu Almakhan is just too fast, too busy, too in your face, switching things up too often. Asu Almakhan is going to be the pick here. I'm not even going to do the devil's advocate thing. I'm just going to show Alex some respect by saying he's better than people will give him credit for. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I like Asu. I'm going to stay off him for a bit because he is kind of just, I don't want to say wrestling or bust because he can dance around, he can strike. But if he does come in and obviously he's going to shoot takedowns, if Alex is able to defend the takedowns, all of a sudden this is a fucking 50-50 fight, and that minus 210 price tag doesn't warrant that whatever. But Alex Perez, for as good as his takedown defense is, when people do get to him, they pretty much get to him and then they get to his back. And Asu is really good about getting to people's backs. Obviously, you mentioned the Ochoa fight. He does fall over the top in that type of fight, but Ochoa is also kind of a big, long, kind of tall guy. Whereas Asu, if he gets on Alex's back, he's probably just going to stay there. That's what happens a lot of times. And Alex, when people get on his back, a lot of times he gets submitted. If so facto, I'll take Asu.
There we go. Asu Almakhan is both of our picks, but it's not just us making picks. If you go to the website, wewantpicks.com, we have 2 other human beings. Both of them happen to be in New Zealand, and a robot. We have an artificial intelligence, a genuine artificial intelligence built off a neural net that is predicting fights using biometrics, grappling stats, striking stats, their historical wins, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how it works. I didn't design it, but the guy who did knows exactly how it works. And that AI is a very useful tool because what we do for you is we interpret the AI. We'll show you the AI picks, but then there's a write-up on the website by Josh the Web Guy that does the interpretation saying, hey, the AI does a great job picking this weight class. The AI does a terrible job picking this weight class. You use that information, you absorb it, you make your decisions, you follow the guide. Hopefully you make some money. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. You can check it all out. It's freaking $10 for all of it. No tiers, no nonsense, nothing weird going on there. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have a new fight, a new matchup. Don't look at the graphic on your screen because we still have the troll bridge, the bridge troll, Shamil Gaziev, but Sergey Spivak is out. Replace him with a very good-looking Cuban dancer. Sergey Spivak, I don't know if he's injured or what, but he is no longer on this card. It is now Waldo Cortez Acosta. So we have Shamil Gaziev, 14-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout win over Thomas Peterson, taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that odd win over Ante Delia where he got eye poked. They called the fight. They said he was finished. They restarted the fight, and then he came back, and he knocked out Ante Delia on his own. This matchup came to fruition literally within the last hour while we were live. I'm doing this off the hip, but Shamil Gaziev, he's a good striker. He's got fast, clean hands. He has a surprising amount of power. He also has offensive wrestling. If you look at him too long, you might turn to stone or throw up. It's a 50-50. On the other side of that cage is going to be Waldo Cortez Acosta. He is athletic. He's fast. He's clean. He started as a pitcher out of Cuba, and now he's a genuine top 10 ranked UFC fighter. And the reason he has success is because he's insanely durable. We've seen him get the legs kicked out of him, and he's not flinching whatsoever. He's got fast, clean hands. He is athletic. He can dance around literally and figuratively. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stick with the Shamil Gaziev pick for two reasons. One, I think the wrestling might be the difference. Two, this is insane short notice. Not a little bit of short notice. This is a lot of bit of short notice. And outside of his last fight, Waldo Cortez Acosta relies on just his speed and athleticism and hoping the judges appreciate the work that he put in. Shamil Gaziev in this region, already on the card. His body is looking a lot better, honestly. I think Shamil Gaziev is going to win this fight.
And
according
plus
to
150 now.
According to Jacob, he's a good size underdog as well. What do you think, Jacob?
I haven't looked at it, so I don't know.
Well, just at the top of your head, who do you think wins the fight?
I don't make picks unless I can look at.
We just watched Waldo Cortez Acosta a week ago. A week ago, we just watched him fight.
I was at the fight actually, so I was actually did watch him fight.
Great. What'd you think of his performance?
Wasn't too bad. He's a good fighter. I'm not gonna make a pick until I can. So if you want to become a premium member and check it out later, but I'm not gonna make a pick right now.
No, there we go. I mean, fair enough to force you to do something is not really. I get it. If you do go to the website, what the website will have is every single capper, me, Jacob, Artem, Betsam, our pick. Then we have confidence picks. Then we have the artificial intelligence. The tools are already preloaded. We will rerun the tools once the data is available to include the Waldo Cortez Acosta side of this fight. So you can go ahead, use the data analyzer, use the fight simulator, use the optimizer, and piece this all together. I am going to stick with my original pick, which is Shamil Gaziev. No bet, obviously. This is all coming about while we're live. But I think I'm going to go ahead and watch those odds, because if he's becoming a bigger and bigger underdog, not entirely crazy to just stick that out. Short notice, flying across the world. There's a lot to factor in there. Shamil Gaziev is my pick. Jacob's still going to do his research. Go check it all out at
Wait, Spivak's out, man.
Spivak's out? Who's in?
Oh my God, it's Dan Ige.
Thank you, Dan. Next up, at UFC Qatar, we have Jack Hermansson taking on Motobek Orobai. Jack Hermansson, 24-9 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, and he is alternating wins and losses. Taking on Motobek Orobai, 14-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off a very quick submission win. It is important to point out here that Jack Hermansson is A, not young, and B, moving weight classes. Nothing says success like a 38-year-old moving down in weight by 15 pounds. But if we put all of that aside and we just look at him and his skill sets, he's a good striker. He comes forward. He's technical. He's busy. And he's a very, very good grappler. Wrestling is middle of the road, but the grappling is impressive on the ground. He is coming off that knockout loss to Gregory Rodriguez at UFC 317, which is likely what forced him to go down in weight. He's taking on Motobek Orobai, a nonstop caveman grappler. They unfroze him from a glacier. They threw him in a cage, and he has been having success. What'd you say?
Gonzagas.
in my quick picks.
Do you know where that's from?
No. Is that Encino Man?
Yep.
I talked about Encino Man in the quick video.
Gonzagas.
Yeah. I did Encino Man in the quick video, and then I said Motobek was.
I'd look that up. Hold on.
Encino Man?
Yeah, because I was thinking about it the other day. So I looked up on Rotten Tomatoes, and let me just verify this.
Yeah, dude, it's got to be like a 17% or something.
But, I mean, it's such a good movie.
It's good for nostalgia reasons. If you watch Encino Man right now, you'd be like, this is the worst movie I ever saw in my fucking life.
There's no way. Like, the audience gave it a 56, which I guess makes sense. Dude, it's a fucking classic. It's a great, hilarious fucking movie. But, yeah, the critics gave it literally a 17%.
Yeah. Oh, nice guess. No, that's how.
What about Mac and Me?
Dude, I had a debate. I had a debate with the neighbors at a party on Saturday about. Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2?
I watched part of it, maybe on the plane, or I watched part of it.
I liked it. I thought it was good, and most people were like, "Yeah, it wasn't bad," but I said Happy Gilmore and Happy Gilmore 2, those will hold up. The original Happy Gilmore didn't rely on 90s comedy to be funny, but Billy Madison did. If you have never seen Billy Madison and you don't have like a nostalgic whatever, if you watch that movie right now, you do not think it's funny.
Get those.
There's no way it holds up. There's no way Billy Madison holds up. There's no way. That's the nostalgia kicking in. That movie is not going to hold up. It won't.
I'm not even going to. I don't argue. I'm not even.
You don't need to. The live chat will do it. I've been batting 1,000. Motorbek Orobai, busy wrestler, nonstop wrestler. He's going to come at you like he's looking for raw meat on the prairie, or whatever the hell cavemen did. I have no fucking clue. He is going to shoot takedown after takedown, nonstop wrestling pressure. He's got plenty of cardio, decent power. He's got a good chin. He's not knocking out a freaking caveman. And he can set a pace. The striking has been improving. It was never fantastic, but it's continuing to get better. And we have seen that he has some dog in him. He just smoked Tafik Musayev in that fight. I'm all over Motorbek Orobai. I think if this was at 185 pounds, or if they were at their natural weight, we would have a different conversation. But it's not. It's Jack Hermanson going down 15 pounds late in life because he's been getting knocked out. Motorbek Orobai is unknockoutable. He's a far better wrestler. He's not getting subbed while on top from a Jack Hermanson off his back. Motorbek Orobai is the pick, and these odds should be far wider. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, this definitely feels like a submission or bust for Jack Hermanson. He's got those guillotines in the past. Maybe that's just kind of what he's going to be waiting on. And if he snatches up, he snatches up. But you can't really bet a guy on submission or bust. I did sprinkle on submission a little bit. It was like plus 1,400. I think it's back down to like plus 800, plus 900 or something like that. So little sprinkle there because Orobai, he can get a little bit sloppy, can get tired as the fight goes on or whatever like that. But this guy, even Jack Hermanson, if you watch that fight versus Edmund Shabazian, and Edmund Shabazian's not, he like the worst thing he does is fucking grapple. That guy was like sweeping and out grappling Jack Hermanson in that fight. And it's like, if you're getting fucking out grappled by Edmund Shabazian, it's like fucking, that type of situation. So I know Jack's supposed to be this high level wrestler, this high level grappler. I don't know if you ever saw the tape of him and Chimaev going at it back and forth in their little wrestling match and stuff like that. And maybe he comes in, he has a good weight cut, he comes in big as shit, he's heavy, he's carrying the weight, and Orobai can't get the takedowns. There's a world where that happens, where he just is able to make a nice little cut, and he's up, he's big, he's strong, and all of a sudden, he's a tough guy to wrestle, but it's a tough thing to bet on, I think. I think you got to trust Orobai and his tenacious style, his wrestling, his striking, his toughness, all that type of stuff. But, we've said in the past, when you know that someone's tough, it's because they've kind of got the shit beat out of them, and sometimes that backfires. So I've honestly stayed away from it, but Saturday we'll bet. We'll be on Orobai in some way.
I like Orobai a lot here, and I understand he's moving up in weight. He is a 55-pounder. Jack Hermanson is an 85-pounder, so in theory there could be a tremendous size difference. But moving up to me is not as big of a deal. First of all, Motorbek fought at catch weight. He's fought at 160. He's a pretty big dude. Making weight hasn't been easy for him. Losing weight at 37 years old, losing 15 pounds. I will take the guy gaining 15 pounds, which is just not cutting as much weight. I'll take that guy over at 27 years old over the 37-year-old trying to lose an additional 15 pounds. That's just, and he's chinny to begin with. I love Motorbek Orobai here. Like I'm very confident in Motorbek. $9,000 DraftKings Fantasy. I think he gets the takedowns. I think he finds a finish as well. He's busy on top. He doesn't just hang out. So all over Motorbek. I understand people with the love for a very crafty veteran, a savvy grappler in Jack Hermanson, but I am squarely on the other side. You can check out every pick, every bet, every tool. WeWantPicks.com. It's freaking $10. It's not $100. $100 is actually the price for an entire year. You get a discount. 1 full year of every pick, every bet, every tool for the same price as 1 month from some others. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Then we have the Hayabusa Black Friday sale. Check this out. If you use promo code WWP on the Hayabusa website, you will save 10% on your order. And if you care about, high quality, no gi or gi boxing, if you hear about any of the training equipment they have, I'm getting a bag actually for the garage. Save 10%. Helps your boys out. Helps them out. Use promo code WWP.
Where's my fucking bag?
You want a bag?
No.
If you do, let me know. You have gis, shorts. Next up.
The fuck I do.
Were there not shorts in that package? Oh, I asked you what you wanted. You just wanted the gi, right? Gloves? What did you get in that package?
I have 2 rinky-dinky gis.
No. Those are $150 gis. Those aren't rinky-dinky. You have 3 because you got a gi from the gym you don't go to anymore.
I got my belt.
Next up at UFC Qatar, we have Volkan Ozdemir taking on Alonzo Menafield in a very similar matchup. Despite not looking anything like each other, they've got some similar fight styles here. Volkan Ozdemir, 20-8 in his career. He is 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Carlos Ulberg, taking on Alonzo Menafield, 17-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5, and he's riding back-to-back wins. Volkan Ozdemir, forward pressure striker, good power, good volume. He throws his hands pretty hard. He throws them pretty often. His takedown accuracy kind of sucks shit. It's less than 30%. And that's kind of a problem because if he's losing the striking exchanges, can't always just rely on the wrestling to get that back. And his chin's not going to keep him in the fight either. He is 7-8 in the UFC. He has a losing record in the UFC, a mixed bag of competition, but everybody will agree that the losses are quality. He's losing the former world champions like Yuri Prohashka, Daniel Cormier, Ankalaev. Just lost to Carlos Ulberg, where early he actually looked pretty good with the leg kicks. He's taking on Alonzo Menafield. This guy's got great power, great takedown defense for the most part. He's always looking to just knock your head clean off of your body. The striking can be wild. It is sloppy, but the power's there, and it's undeniable. If he is moving forward and he is the aggressor, he can have some success as long as he's not too aggressive. But if you're going to back him up, he doesn't quite have that same power off his back foot. He is coming off that fraud check win over Umar Sy. Fun matchup. 2 sort of aging vets. They do fight very similarly in that they've got good striking. They've got decent power. They'll shoot random takedowns. They're not great at it. Alonzo is definitely the harder hitter. Alonzo has probably better wrestling as well, but Volkan is busier. He's faster. He's a little cleaner, and he's a little more mobile. So I think Volkan wins this fight because I think he stays busy, and I think Alonzo just waiting for a big shot where Volkan just staying busy, staying out of the way of a big shot, and just touching and going. So Volkan's going to be the pick for that reason, but this is a much closer fight than these odds. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people this week, Volkan this and Volkan that, and I've got, some specific bets on Volkan because I get it. But here's the question I posed on Twitter, and I'll read it verbatim just so we can all get a good feel about what's going on. Because every time that somebody mentions Volkan, it's always about, he's always his losses are good people. Like he's got good losses, but they're good people. Here's the tweet, Angelo. Question. Okay. Are we giving Ozdemir too much credit for simply having good losses when he is 5-7 in his last 12 fights, and those 5 wins are versus Ilir Latifi in 2019, a split versus Rakic, who is 2-4 in the UFC since then, a decision win versus Paul Craig, who is 1-5 in the UFC since then, a debutant Guskov, which now looks like a great win because Guskov's, but that was Guskov's first fight in the UFC. And then he KO'd Johnny Walker, who was coming off that KO against Ankalaev, which that is looking better now as Johnny's starting to come back into his own. But those 5 wins aren't it's not like he's smoking everybody, losing to good people. It's like he's losing everybody he should lose to, and then he's getting some wins, but you're looking at these wins, and it's like, are we overpricing a guy, Volkan Ozdemir, when Alonzo Menafield, I know he's a little bit older now, and I'm not going to sit here and toot Alonzo's horn too much, But I will say, ever since leaving Fat Barry behind, which I think really drug him down, now back with Fordish, with Safe Sayyid, he's definitely been a lot more dialed in. He's not doing the loosey-goosey wild shit. And that's why he won that Umar Saeed fight, because he was just dialed in, doing it. He wasn't worried about whatever. He's just doing his thing, And if he comes into this fight and just kind of does his thing, this is a close fight. I mean, Volkan Ozdemir isn't like, I know he's got a lot of knockouts, and when he wins, it usually is in spectacular fashion, all this type of stuff, and people want to question this chin of Alonzo. I don't want to get too far twisted. I'm picking Volkan. I bet him in a way that I prefer, instead of just chasing the money line. I got a little bit more specific with it, but I think people are underestimating Alonzo a little bit, kind of overestimating Volkan. In my opinion, it's going to be a pressure thing. Volkan does bring in crazy pressure. I think Alonzo eventually will fold to that pressure, but everyone just kind of chasing a first, Volkan's just going to smoke this guy. It's like, Alonzo's not a bum. I mean,
yeah,
he's
good.
A bum. He's done some stupid shit, and he definitely has been knocked out, but he's not like, it's not like he's just getting knocked out left and right. He's just a terrible guy, and he just won as a huge underdog. So, and that was obviously more about side than whatever. But my pick is Volkan. I think eventually the pressure gets to Alonzo, wears him down. But, I don't know. I think and I like Volkan. I picked Volkan to beat Ulberg.
Some people thought he did.
Yeah, so.
Ulberg on a couple of sketchy decisions in a row.
I like the pressure that Volkan brings, and I'm going to pick him, but, the people that are like, Volkan's lock, he's lock. He could look that way, but,
I think he's just the better striker. He's a little faster, a little cleaner, so that should be enough to win the fight. But Alonzo has the power. Alonzo has takedowns if he needs them. So, yeah, this fight could get a little weird, and I think it's far closer than these odds are. I stayed away from it, but if you want to take a look at the bets we do have on the board, there are bets on this fight. Like Jacob said, some safe ones, some interesting ones. You can check them out now. Just go to WeWantPicks.com. Under official analysis, you'll have picks, you'll have bets. Then under tools, you'll have the artificial intelligence. You'll have the fight simulator, the data analyzer. There are all sorts of insight information tools on the website. Costs almost nothing. No packages, no upsell, no cross-sell, no bullshit. It's all right there. One click, bang, available to you. WeWantPicks.com. Next up at UFC Qatar, we have the co-main event of the evening. The welterweight division has been absolutely cooking lately. Last week, we had the title get defended. We had a number one contender matchup on this card, but this fight could leapfrog the number one contender. Should be Michael Morales. Dana White said ahead of that fight, the winner of this fight gets the next title shot. If Ian Gary smokes Bilal Muhammad, it's not insane to think that he leapfrog. If Bilal Muhammad wins, gets a little dicier because him and Islam's are friends. This should be a very interesting fight, and it is very impactful for the division. If this was on a pay-per-view main card, nobody would complain. This is a spectacular co-main event. We got Bilal Muhammad, 24-4 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of that title loss to JDM, taking on Ian Gary. 22-3 in his career, also 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off of that bounce-back win over Carlos Prates. We all know Bilal Muhammad, who he is and what he does. He's trying to shoot takedowns. The striking is getting better. It's not great, but he's got decent technical striking. He'll pump that jab out there. He'll throw a nice 1-2. He's got endless cardio, a relentless game plan, just trying to get to those legs over, and over. He did just lose his title to JDM, but we saw some dog in him. He took a little bit of a beating along the way, never stopped moving forward, and it was a very close decision. Ian Gary started his career as an aggressive, I want to be Conor McGregor style striker. As he got a little more popular, as he rose through the ranks, he got a little more cautious. Winning became more important than being fun or flashy. So now he's sort of a cautious, distant striker. He has moved over to shoot a box, and while they haven't imparted their never-ending pressure upon him, what they did give him is some grappling skills. If the striking's not going his way, he'll initiate some takedowns. We saw it in the Prates fight. We saw it in the MVP fight. He is coming off that win over Carlos Prates, where he was almost finished in the 5th round, but he stayed composed and pushed through. I assume Jacob and everybody else that is going to break down this fight is going to lean on the fact that Bilal either gets the takedowns or he doesn't. And if he does, he wins the fight. If he doesn't, he's going to lose this fight. It's an interesting breakdown for that reason, because Ian Gary doesn't have great takedown defense. What he does have, though, is great footwork, a great long jab, great striking at range. I think that is enough to win this fight. Bilal lost to JDM We saw Ian lose to Shavkat. This is almost the same matchup. Like a striker who wants to keep it standing versus a grappler who wanted to take him down. This is a very fun fight. It's a very interesting fight. It could suck, or it could be a really fun back and forth war. I'm going to pick Ian Gary here. I think the footwork, the long jab, I think all that's going to work in his favor, but we will know who wins this fight in the first 5 minutes, first 2 minutes, probably. What do you think, Jacob?
Disagree with that breakdown. I know Bilal very, very well. Bilal's been a lock of the week. He's been anti-lock of the week. I know Bilal very, very well. I will say this. I mentioned on Twitter and this type of stuff. Bilal is going to force Ian Gary to knock him out to win the fight. Ian Gary has never felt the pressure that he is going to feel in this fight. I put some stats up. Home of the Fight actually grabbed them and credited me and put them on their Twitter page as well. The pace that Bilal brings into fights, especially 3-round fights, is insane. This guy is throwing over 90 strikes a fucking round in 3-round fights. You might say, well, he can't strike with Ian Gary. This dude was the reason why he beat Leon Edwards was because he was outstriking Leon Edwards that led to the takedowns. The reason he was doing well against JDM and was surviving that fight was because in certain instances he was outstriking JDM. Obviously JDM was beating him up there at the end or whatever. The pressure boxing of Bilal is so underrated, and he is going to be in this dude's chest. And this guy, Ian Gary, is going to be dancing around more than he ever has in his fucking life. If this was a 5-round fight, I would be betting Bilal without a question in my mind to break this fucking kid down. 3-round fight, definitely gets a little bit dicey. But this whole Bilal's either going to get the takedowns or he's not going to win is fucking bullshit. This guy knows how to box. He knows how to stay in people's face. He was outboxing Leon. He was outboxing JDM. He TKO'd Sean Brady, which now I know it looks like, oh, it's Sean Brady. He can't fucking whatever. But Sean Brady knows how to box. I'm telling you that he is going to be in this dude's fucking chest for 15 fucking minutes. All that back and forth, dancing around. Ian Gary's looked great. And I'm not an Ian Gary hater. I have a tweet that I retweeted from 2022 from me that said, I know that you guys hate Ian, but he is fucking good. I've been a big Ian Gary guy. I'm picking Ian Gary in this fight because I do think that he can do enough with the full work and all this type of stuff to really kind of outpoint. But to me, I think it's a 50-50 fight. This dude's in his chest for 15 minutes. It's going to come down to the judges like the pressure. Do the judges like the whatever? I think it's a close-ass fucking fight. I respect the pressure he's going to bring. I'm taking Ian, but it's fucking razor fucking thin. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised with what Bilal brings into this fight with his striking. They just assume he's either going to get knocked out or whatever, but Ian's never been even people have been in his face a little bit, but they stay at range. This dude Bilal's going to be in his fucking chin.
I don't disagree in that Bilal doesn't get respected enough and he's not the boring wrestler that people want to paint the picture of. He has been, but we've seen him have forward pressure, stay busy.
That Leon fight, Leon's the exact same way that Ian Gary wants to fight. Back away, counter strike, footwork. He fucking just buried that dude against the fence. I mean, Leon was like eating uppercuts and like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going on?
No, but I mean, Bilal, the win over Sean Brady hasn't aged quite as well, but he walked him down. It's exactly what he said. Walked him down, stayed in his face, stayed busy. When there's a threat of a takedown, like I fully recognize I don't have a bet on Ian Gary here because I fully recognize that Ian Gary has to worry about takedowns. And if he only worries about takedowns, he might actually get hit in the face a couple of times. So this is a weird fight. It is 3 rounds. I think the 3 rounds benefits Ian because Bilal can go.
Rumor is that Bilal 1-5 and Ian,
which I get. Why would you want 5 if you're Ian?
Yeah,
Why would you want 5?
If this was 5, I would.
It'd be very different.
I'd be very heavy on Bilal.
Yeah, if it was 5, it'd be ready because Bilal can go 5 full rounds. Ian can obviously as well, but it's different. He can go 5 with Carlos Prates, and then he almost got finished in the 5th round. So
Prates was throwing. That's what the most strikes per round that somebody has thrown against Ian was Gabe Green a long time ago, and it was like I think he was throwing around like 60 strikes per round. Bilal, I'm telling you, in 3-round fights is throwing 90 strikes a round. Ian is going to be fucking drowning in there, and it's going to come down. It's going to come down to pressure versus footwork. Either Ian's footwork is what it should be, which is nice, in and out, able to circle around, touch him, move, and all this stuff for 15 minutes, and he should be fine for 15. But if Bilal's able to pin him against the fence enough, it's going to be trouble for all those parlays.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it because what gets me excited are fights that matter for their division. This is a very impactful fight. If Ian Gary just smokes Bilal Muhammad like we haven't seen other people do, he might get the next title shot. If Bilal Muhammad ragdolls Ian Gary, all of a sudden this division got very interesting, especially with Islam at the top. So a lot of different narratives here. I am very much looking forward to this fight. I'm on the Ian Gary side. Jacob's on the Bilal Muhammad side. If you need a tiebreaker, we've got him. We have an artificial intelligence. We have a couple of human beings. Go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's $10. You unlock literally everything. Tools. We have all sorts of data and guides and insight information, articles for premium members. The amount of stuff you get is absolutely insane. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC Qatar, we have the main event of the evening. We have Arman Tsarukyan taking on Dan Hooker. Two guys that have not fought in a very long time. Not only making their long-awaited returns, but doing so in a main event that might dictate the next title fight at lightweight. We have Arman Tsarukyan.
I think Dana said it was number one contender fight.
He officially said it was, but I mean, he changes. He also said Sean Brady and Michael Morales was, and watch Morales not get the next title shot. But I hear you. Arman Tsarukyan, 22-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding that 4-fight win streak, taking on Dan Hooker, 22-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. Neither one of these gentlemen have fought in a little while, and that's because Arman didn't make weight, blamed it on a back injury. He got in the bad graces of the UFC, and Dan Hooker had a hand injury. I don't need to break down each fighter, but I will say we all know Arman Tsarukyan, nonstop wrestler, good striking. Dan Hooker, an old school fighter. I'm actually going to give Dan Hooker some of his flowers here. When we think of some of the most exciting fighters in the history of the sport, there are some modern names that pop up. It's like the Dustin Poiriers, the Justin Gaethjes, the Max Holloways. Dan Hooker is in that category of fighter. He is exciting. He is a savage. He doesn't back down. He'll take his beat. Like, Dan Hooker is right there with those people. Not necessarily with accomplishments, because all of them have been this close to becoming a world champion. Dustin Poirier was an interim champion. But Dan Hooker's right there as far as savagery is concerned. Dan Hooker also just won basically this exact same fight when he beat Gamrot. It's a fun fight. It's a mirror image of Hooker's last fight. And it could look identical. We could have Arman Tsarukyan have some early wrestling success, fade a little bit, and Dan Hooker take over late. Or we could have Arman Tsarukyan just drown Dan Hooker. And what makes this tricky to break down is Arman just beat Gamrot. And before 80% of the people, like you did in the quick pick video, say, or Dan Hooker beat Gamrot. And a bunch of people are like, well, Arman's not Gamrot. Arman's not Gamrot. Yeah, no shit. He lost to Gamrot. It's almost as if you guys didn't know that. The amount of comments of people saying Arman's much better than Gamrot. He lost. They fought and he lost recently in the last couple of years. The difference, I will say, though, is that Arman has better control than Gamrot does. Gamrot lets you squirrel up, lets you move. There is space. Arman drowns you. It's boring, but he drowns you. I am going to pick Arman for that reason. I think he gets the takedowns. I don't think Dan Hooker's able to scramble out the same way that he was against Mateusz Gamrot. Arman doesn't desperately shoot either. He will engage the striking for a little bit. Arman's going to be the pick here. I don't know if I agree with 5-1. I really don't know. Because Dan Hooker's a straight-up dog, and this is 25 full minutes. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I honestly wanted to pick Dan, and I actually did pick Dan. I watched that Gamrot fight. Anybody that just watches that Gamrot fight, they're gonna be like, oh, Dan can do this, man. As you mentioned, like he defended some takedowns, he was able to out scramble. Dan has mentioned before, hey, I'm a black belt, I just never really show it. Like I know what I'm doing on the ground and stuff like that. And you can survive when you're a black belt. You can know how to scramble, stuff like that. But you nailed it in the fact that Arman is not Gamrot. Gamrot is a guy that he gets takedowns. You never see Gamrot just laying on somebody. You never see Gamrot in half guard just raining elbows down. You never see Gamrot in full mount doing this or that. You have seen Arman in that situation. This feels like it's going to be like the fucking whatever fight, like where he gets a takedown and just starts just beating the bloody fucking hell out of this guy. The Joel Alvarez, where people were like, oh, like Joel's big and he's this and that, and he knows how to grapple and stuff like that. And
fuck Joel Alvarez.
Yeah, and then Arman just took him down and just elbowed him once. And I mean, Arman is a guy that he can be boring at times, especially against a guy like Charles Oliveira, because he's like so dangerous with his guard and stuff like that. But Dan Hooker isn't going to have like a crazy dangerous guard. I don't think people are like, oh, we're going to get back-to-back fights where Bilal could be laying on whatever, and then Arman's going to be laying on the. Arman's not really a laying the half guard type of guy. Like he's a little bit more aggressive than that. He likes to throw the elbows.
He did that with Charles, but Charles is Charles.
Yeah, that's why. Thank you for.
I'm reinforcing your point.
Is there a fucking echo in here? Yeah, he's probably gonna get on top. He's probably gonna be able to pass guard. He's probably gonna be able to do whatever he wants to Dan Hooker on the ground. And when you aren't when you're Charles Oliveira and you're just in guard and you're just playing the guard game, you can stay safe. It's when you're scrambling to get back to your feet, which I have no doubt in my mind, Dan Hooker is not going to play the guard game. He's going to be trying to get his hips out. He's going to be trying to get out, and he's going to be trying to get back to his feet. That's when you're making mistakes. That's when you're taking damage. That's when the submission attempts happen. So as much as I like Dan Hooker, as much as I would love to see him come in and get this huge win and all this type of stuff, and both these guys, as you can see, are 22-3. Stupid fucking Angelo. I think Arman's good enough in the striking. But definitely can get the takedowns. When he gets the takedowns, I think the unwillingness, stay with me here, the unwillingness of Dan Hooker to stay on the ground will eventually be his downfall. Like if he just, stays safe, he might be able to stay safe, but he's going to want to kick at the hips. He's going to want to try and get separation, get back to his feet, and that's when the mistakes happen, and that's when you take punishment, and that's probably where Arman gets the job done. So I got to go Arman here. I wanted to pick Dan, and honestly, with Lock of the Week, I was like, oh, man, imagine. But
people would hate you for it. I have not seen anybody picking Dan Hooker. Yeah, we get a good feel for how people are with the, in the comments of the quick picks and stuff like that. Like, there's just the general vibe. I haven't seen any Dan Hooker sympathy. Like, nobody's on that side. Literally nobody. The co-main event's a little different. There are some Bilal people, but this fight, there are no Dan Hooker people whatsoever. Even in this chat right now, there are no Dan Hooker people whatsoever. I don't think
Dan wins with Black Magic.
I mean, that's like Alex Bejeda. The odds are pretty wide.
Why are you on Bilal?
I went back too far. The odds are pretty wide, but I do think it's closer than this. Like, Arman should win this fight. I'm picking him to win. I believe I've got him in a little bit of a parlay, but I think Dan Hooker does deserve some respect given his body of work and the fact that he's an absolute dog. Arman Tsarukyan did make weight. That's important to note. Obviously, he did not make weight last January when he was supposed to fight Islam. That's the one fight that got away at lightweight, in my opinion. Arman versus Islam would have been a great fight. Arman pulled out of that fight the night before, blamed it on his back. Pissed off the UFC. The UFC shelved him. What event did he make weight for? Ilya at 317, Ilya and Charles. He did. He made weight as the backup to get back in their good graces. After he did that, then the UFC was like, okay, fine. Here's your event. And now here he is. So Jacob and I, both on the same side. We both understand that Dan Hooker's kind of a tough night for anybody. That's the breakdown, guys. If you want to go to the website, you want to support the boys, and
like
in return,
the video,
get a whole bunch of shit. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. It's freaking $10. You get the entire world. Before you leave, like, subscribe, and do all those things. You don't need to be a premium member to support the boys. A quick subscription will do that for you. We are closing in on the end of the year, and I promise you, no matter what, every single Sunday, you will get a full card breakdown for a new fight card. And if you are new here and you haven't seen me do that shit over the Christmas break before, It's going to razzle dazzle when I'm breaking fights 2 months out. You can get ahead of the line movement. You can get ahead of the picks. And you could do all that right here on YouTube. So like, subscribe, turn on the notification, make sure you don't miss a video. If you want to send something for the vlog, we still have UFC 323, and then I film a holiday vlog as well. We just got a recipe. I'm loving the idea of sending recipes, and I'll cook the recipes on the vlog. We'll eat the food. I might start a cookbook, Jacob. I might start a cookbook with all the recipes that come from the viewers. That might be the move. Send the recipes. We'll figure it out as we go.
He's getting ready to hop on a plane. 18 hours to Qatar.
Waldo? Yeah, dude, it's not he's a heavyweight, so the weight cut isn't going to matter, but he's not small. And he just knocked somebody out. He's probably been drinking and eating. That's what I would do. We Want Picks, P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas 75078. On the website, full suite of tools. We have a data analyzer, fight simulator, optimizer, line movement tracker, prop hunter, tape index, and more than just myself and Jacob. We have an AI. We have a couple of New Zealand blokes breaking down fights. Check it all out now on the website. We still have some really good fights left.
A fucking meat pie.
In this year.
A fucking meat pie.
That's Jamaican beef patty, man. You got any words for the people before we shut this thing down?
You're Jamaican me crazy.
Okay. What does a vegetarian zombie eat? I knew he was grains, like brains. Here we go. Don't worry. What do you call a werewolf who's not sure? Unaware-wolf. That was good. What kind of candy is never on time? Chocolate. These fucking slap. What do you call a snail on a ship? A snailer. These are fucking good. What would you want to break up $1? It just makes sense. That was not as good. What does a turtle do on its birthday? It celebrates. Why are elevator jokes so good? They work on many levels. Guys, thanks for being here. I genuinely appreciate you. Logan Papas, you're a pussy with a small dick. Good luck with that life. Oh, fuck. I didn't click end stream. That was going to be so smooth. Let's do it again. Logan Papas, you're a pussy with a small dick. Good luck with that.